See what is good,
What's good, homie?
bro. What's the news? What's the latest news? Congrats on your shit going to vote, bro.
It's gonna go to idea or draft phase, and then 48 hours, and we go 7 days in draft phase. Then after that, we're gonna be up to vote. So roughly 14 days total.
So wait, what is draft phase? Like it's made it past our initial vote and comments. Now they need to
Yeah,
write it up better or what? What's the deal?
yeah, we're gonna edit it so to get community feedback and basically g up the original proposal to make it look better. And then we have 7 days to edit it, listen to more community feedback, and after those 7 days, then we can get into the voting phase, and that's when people can vote, and we'll see who wins.
So okay. So what kind of notes did you take on the edit? Like what are you guys gonna do? You got some things to fix, maybe like I saw somebody comment about the budget, like there might not be enough for tournament play, but that didn't really make too much sense. It looked like it was fine.
Yeah, yeah. Our editor is looking over all the comments right now, and we actually have a meeting at 9 p.m. But we want to make sure everything's clear and straightforward when people read this proposal, and like again, get community feedback so we can get the majority of people on the ApeCoin DAO aboard on this venture we have. And I feel like esports is definitely a target market. I mean, if Nouns DAO has it, why does not the Yuga Labs has it as the leading of gaming right now? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Nouns now, what the hell are they even doing? They can't they couldn't stand up to your team, bro. Could they even
They're
handle it?
actually
Are they actually
they're
pretty good?
actually low key some pros, but the reason why I don't like the other proposal since they basically hired a bunch of Kobe's, right? They're asking for $2.5 million. Right now, we're kind of hiring like a bunch of rookies and up and coming like esports players that can actually like become something without having a low budget. Because that's how Now started. They just got a bunch of randoms and not randoms, but like really good players, right? And then they just kept on playing, and then they ended up being really good. Versus like this is my comparison. Like Ace, the other proposition we're going head against. They're hiring all stars. Like that's why their budget is so high because they're asking for a lot of money because these are like tier one, top tier players. But my thought process is let's build from the ground up by picking out these up and coming uh, players that could potentially be good or even better than the Ace prop, which is the prop that we're fighting against. So I think the slow build motto is where we're trying to go for, and I think it will pay off in the long run because we're not looking like money hungry, asking for $2.5 million. You know?
Yeah, bro, that's a little crazy on the ask. I think it's an ambitious 2.5 mil. As soon as you start throwing the $1 million numbers onto a proposal, you're I've seen proposals get turned down that they were asking for like 40,000 bucks, dude. It's because there's ApeCoin whales that are mad gatekeepers, and they should be, right? Like they really should be careful with the ecosystem and where the money goes, because treasury is not forever, right? And especially in this bear market, when you're giving away, you're giving away 10 ApeCoin, that's 50 bucks, right? But 10 ApeCoin, 10 ApeCoin in a bull market is a lot more money. So in a bear market, you have to be
It
careful
is.
with the dollar figure you're giving out, because you could essentially be giving out
Uh,
millions come the bull market, right? If it, in what it could have been.
yeah. The only gripe I have with the ApeCoin DAO right now, they haven't spent anything. They have $1.5 billion and they haven't passed a bunch of stuff. Like they passed 3 million in the past year, and they gave 30 million to administrators. So they haven't been passing stuff. And when it comes to Nouns DAO, they actually accept a lot of proposals because you're casting a wide net. Like obviously none of these props are gonna hit. Like, but if one does, then it's a W for the whole entire ecosystem. So I feel like the Nouns or ApeCoin DAO what needs to happen is they need to start taking shots, even though it might not make sense. Like they passed a proposal for 100K for Twitter Space. Is that really worth it? Probably not. But you got to shoot your shots, as in being a DAO with $1.5 billion in a treasury. You got to cast your net really wide to see what can happen. And I feel like ApeCoin DAO is being very conservative and stingy. So I feel like if they start proposing more things, then more people in the community can do dope shit, and in return would have brand awareness around ApeCoin.
Wait, someone got 100,000 for Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, it just passed. I think
What's the
2 weeks
space?
ago.
What's the space
It,
called?
it it's called the Damn Show. They focus on 10K TF.
Oh, that's dope. I've never been in the
Yeah,
damn show. What time do they run it?
I'm not sure. I just know other space. Non is trying to host a proposal too as well, and I'm pretty sure they can get funding because they have a lot more foot traffic. Like they have a space of like 100 plus apes, and like that buying power, or that you know like people that see that there's a bunch of apes in that spaces, it brings a lot of value into ApeCoin because those people can actually spend ApeCoin to buy, let's say, if Gucci accepting ApeCoin or like the newest drop they had, or the Pumas that look like trash, like they can actually like afford that because they're all apes. So
So, the goal of ApeCoin DAO is to spread awareness to the token, the DAO, ApeCoin in general. But because those spaces are based on ecosystems, like obviously, I really fuck with Nana. I hope,
Yuga,
yeah, his Yuga
yeah, it's a
ecosystem,
Yuga.
and ApeCoin is the currency of these Yuga ecosystems. I think it's a good idea, dude. I think those guys out there on the damn show, and I know Nana for sure, are daily, if not weekly, talking about ApeCoin, Other Side, Yuga. Like they're huge advocates in the space. So actually, I really love seeing what that DAO is doing. That's cool.
Yeah, man, and even with like the whole Discord they have like the bot in their channel that literally you can ask non Coda, and it's AI programmed like anything about other side, and it will answer you like as far as all the data points that's given out, such as the light paper and whatnot. So it's pretty cool Discord that they have going on, and it's building community like how you guys are in Bad Take. So
I'm
or
actually
how we
considering
all are.
I'm considering buying them because Me6 has that AI plugin for Maya, and I'm considering paying the $10 a month just to have it, so that I can do that, and
You
it's not that
should,
much
dude.
money. Yeah, I think I probably will, and I'll just
Wait,
I already paid
what?
$20 a month for freaking um for ChatGPT 4, and then Me6 and Maya could have GPT 3.5, I think, for another $10 a month. So I might do it. And Kuro, yeah, you can get it for Maya as well. You could get your own account, and it gives you however many questions, and you could ask Maya because she'll be plugged in with it.
Oh shit! Wow. So we get only a certain amount of API requests with the Chat GTP. Is that
Well, I have on OpenAI, I have 25 every 4 hours, but for like Me6 is the bot, but like the back end that Maya is, and you can pay not like $10 a month and get questions like that you can just ask her right in the Discord. I was trying to kind of go the back way and actually do a whole new like kind of programming with our own API keys. But either way, you have to pay that cost to OpenAI. You know what I mean? You can't really get around paying for the API access at all, which is pretty normal.
yeah? Subscribe shared um a cool Blender plugin that uses OpenAI. I'm about to plug it in right now because I was just looking through some fonts and stuff for that thing that we talked about earlier. Because I'm trying to get that done and then put out my GM post late again today because I had to run around and do errands.
That's dope, dude. Where's your GM post with the render? Like, is that what you're saying? You got to get your render in?
Yeah, I got to get my render in it, and I'm going to use that thing, the concept that we talked about too, in it. So, yep.
Oh
No.
yeah. What's up, Arch? How's it going, bro? I feel like we haven't chatted in a while. Ever since you became a crypto punk.
Yeah, no. I've just been floating around, but I just want to say what's up. I was supposed to meet up with a bunch of clones tonight, but we all had to bail, so I'll just be chilling with y'all.
That sounds terrible, dude. I don't know why you would want to chill with us. Where you been cruising around? Just chasing the coins, dude?
Yeah, that and I've been taking care of my niece who's like 7, so she's been running me into the ground. I don't know how parents do it. Mad props to all parents.
Um, did you think you were alone? on all the coins. You were surprised in the group today. You're like, wait, y'all got these coins too? What?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? All right, cool. Let's ride.
Nah. Sometimes when I buy the fun coins, the meme coins, I don't really talk about it much. You know, I'll just buy them. Like I had the Wall Street baby, and I also bought Wall Street Bets coin. I got rugged on, but the baby saved me. Um, Pepe I had bought like last week, but I don't really like shill it on the timeline or anything. I just know the power of memes, so I'll just put them in my bag and just go. Hopefully, this buys me a clone down the road. You know.
Yeah, I definitely. It's like I think most of us probably are just looking for more clones.
You know what we were talking about? It is last night. Is that the reason you got this bear market and people are just walling out on the timeline and going unhinged is because they haven't had any dopamine hits, bro. Like that's all this fucking casino is just dopamine hits, taking wins. So shit coins and meme coins have come around and they've brought back those dopamine hits and people are excited and you feel it on the timeline. People are all excited about something and good vibes have come around with like Artifact and the Air Force One drop and just kind of the dope shit that's coming. So you're getting those dopamine hits. You're feeling like you're getting wins, right? Your mental win, and then it hits your body full of dopamine. But you could tell these last couple months, people have been struggling. Bunch of drug addicts out here. All of you fucking guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's totally true. When I need that dopamine, I hop on my scooter and hit that 35-mile-an-hour mark, and I just feel like I'm bitching.
Bro, what? You better wear a helmet, I tell you.
Oh yeah, always helmet.
So what's up? Did you sell all your clones or you just got a new PFP?
Oh
You
no,
should have
this
sold your
is this
clone to me.
this is a just old art that I bought. This dude actually does like in real life art and crypto art, and I don't know, cool dude.
Your banner's dope, dude. I like that. Is that the same kind of art?
No, that's this dude called well, I don't want to fucking show. That's just another artist that I fucking picked up like a year or two ago. It was when I was like solely looking at 101s and trolling Rareable of all things.
Yo, whatever happened to Rarible, huh? Down bad. I forgot Rarible even existed. What's up, Rupty? So, what T-shirt, what clothing line are we gonna see next, bro? We're seeing the reptiles.
What's good?
Saw
What's
the
good? What's good? Yeah, man. The people have spoken. It was a close race between the reptiles and the robots. No love for the humans, so that's pretty shitty. Humans are cool too, but yeah. So reptiles tomorrow. Gonna share the design for the reptile. I think you guys are really gonna love it. If you guys love the demon, you'll love the reptile. So super pumped.
I have a feeling. I'm gonna be honest, Rupsy. The Angels had the lead for a while. It was pretty close. Angels were doing good. I think Hero botted the poll. Like I think Hero as a reptile, he sent bots to vote, and I would love to maybe do a recount, revote. Would love for the Angel to come out next. Hero, can you confirm or deny that you botted the poll?
That shit doesn't surprise me one bit.
Hero's got 35 phones over there.
Bro, I don't play fair. I never pretend like I play fair. There's nothing
Yeah,
fair in war, bro. I'll just tell you that much.
I-
I'm at war with myself. So that's how.
I'm gonna be honest. I knew he botted it, dude. I fucking knew it, man.
Kuro's like Sun Tzu reincarnated.
There's no, what is it? No, there's nothing fair in love and war. Is that the quote? My new favorite quote that Kiro is saying is create a revolution by any means. And it's so true. You guys are going to see a lot more of that. You know what I mean? I had a call with Kiro. We're going to really push the creator revolution. I don't know if you guys saw it. Obviously, Rupsy did. Johnny already dropped one today. But Julie and Juju's with Our Swoosh and Dom, they have a Our Swoosh brand. And They are doing a crypto dunk competition. So there's a blank crypto dunk, and you can design it, and there's 3 prizes up. So any of the creators listening, make sure you enter that competition. First place is a human vial. Second place is one of the Murakami stars from Japan, and then third place is $50 in ETH, which is enough gas to maybe transfer an NFT out of your wallet to another wallet at this point. But me, Dre, Julian, and Dom are going to be like the panel. We're hoping to see some dope submissions. I know Johnny got his submission in. Let me find that actually. I think that's so dope for the creators. Like, let's have some fun out here. Are you gonna put one in?
I think Johnny's done like every possible thing you could probably do on a crypto dunk, dude. Like, I mean, the game is not fair at this point. This guy's been on it for like a year plus. So
He probably yeah, but he's only getting one entry, so he had to pick just the craziest one he could find. If he got more than one entry, he might sweep the panel. But actually, I saw some pretty dope ones that have been entered as well. I'll find that link real quick. But there's a lot of people in here that could take their shot out. I'd love to see Rose with her design on the crypto dunk. That would be cool as shit. Kuro, I know, would kill it. Polly, I think you should really enter and kind of put the Polly touch to it. Cram's been messing around in Blender. I'm sure Cram could do some dope shit to it. I don't know. It'd be cool to see everybody put an entry in, right? Just get the community moving and creating again.
Sounds interesting. Can you pin that on top, please?
Yes, I will. Hold on. Let me go find it on his profile. So basically, there's a blank file of the crypto dunk, and you can download it and then throw it in whatever processing software or Blender that you use and create a custom. And then the top 3 are going to get picked, and there's some prizes and stuff. Just kind of a cool little competition or challenge is what it's called. Do you have your thoughts and ideas on it already, Repsy? What you're gonna do?
yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure yet. I'm sure it'll come to me. I just gotta kind of throw it around the old brain bucket a little bit and see what pops out the other side.
Why don't you take inspiration from your line that's coming out of all the different DNAs, and then kind of figure out maybe a way to blend them all together, so you're also like showing off your unique art that you're doing with your line, but putting it into the competition as well.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
I'm not very creative, but like that's about as best I got. You see it at the top there, Polly?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm wondering why did they pick such a hashtag OS Challenge 1?
Our
Is-
swoop
Yeah,
challenge.
sure, but is it implementing that they're gonna have more challenges in the future?
Yes, I think that's the goal. Julian is a legend out here. He's always putting together dope shit for the community, and then Dom as well, putting together really, really cool shit. They're doing some stuff with Dot Swoosh, making like their own kind of edits with Dot Swoosh. But I think they're going to do more creator challenges just to get people engaged, right? And then they asked us to be on the panel as well, and it's kind of cool. I was like, heck yeah, man! I love supporting the creator revolution by any means. Carol, let's fucking go by any means.
And this is so inspiring. He basically states the same thing in the artist spaces, and it gives me goosebumps. Because mostly there are collectors that are shaping the same, and there's this like rebellious spirit, and he knows what he's talking about, so it's lovely.
Yep. That's the goal, right? So the goal since Bad Take started was getting clones on the timeline, clone visibility. Carol's been on that clone visibility movement forever. And now, like, along with that, a creator revolution, showing the power of the creators, right? Well, obviously Artifact does that well, but now like also pushing a community initiative to do that as well, to kind of just show other communities like what's going on here. Like I got a bunch of DMs while I was in this splash space, and I've been getting them a lot of questions about Artifact. This LeBron thing really, despite like what anybody says, it really has opened up a channel of communication between people who may have been interested to now people who are definitely interested. And they're hitting us up and be like, hey, so I saw this, and I didn't know it was like that over there in Artifact. Like, yeah. And then it just gives you that open door to kind of like educate. So if that is at the base level with LeBron wearing these shoes, that's all it took, right, to maybe start a pop-up conversation. All right, fuck onboarding any, sorry, excuse my language, forget onboarding any of the new people that aren't in this space. It is him wearing those is actually onboarded people that are already in this space. They didn't even realize they wanted to be onboarded. But that one little picture was like, oh shit, wait, Clones got those shoes? They got access to that? That's an access pass to that? So that was kind of dope. We've been, getting a lot of messages just asking for more information. I'm sure all y'all have in some way, shape, or form. So exciting things to come, man, honestly. And this is the perfect time as people are getting onboarded to Artifact and CloneX and just this, ecosystem and community in general to be those ambassadors for like Bad Take. Like, hey, welcome to the ecosystem. You want a home? Like, you want a home in this ecosystem? You want a home that also has apes in it and Azukis? A home that has an alpha channel in the Discord? A home that has a creator channel? We do, creative sessions on the Discord. Like, this is the perfect time to snag people up, because it's one thing to join a full-blown project like Artifact at the size of, a million different followers across platforms. But to truly find like a dope little home like Bad Takes, it's like the time to capitalize on spreading the Bad Take name too.
Yeah, man, I think that's super important. Y'all did a really good job on that spaces earlier as well. I mean, I think that that and now what aspect of what's going to essentially happen. I mean, it's funny we talk about this. We talk about it in here because it's like we've kind of been on this train for a while, but it's like it seems like it was all very planned. It's like it seems like the execution is pretty much spot on, and it's so funny. Like, people just are impatient. It's really what it boils down to. And then herd mentality, mob mentality moves in, and then punch a bag and whatever, whatnot, what have you. But that's a bit of a tangent, because what I was going to say was, essentially, a very important part in a role that I think that Bad Take can play, and most especially because of some of the figureheads of Bad Take are trusted community members, is that when people sort of segue either from .swoosh or however they get sort of onboarded in the Artifact ecosystem, they go like, now what? Like, now what the fuck do I do? Because as we know, this is the complexity in the Artifact ecosystem can be pretty overwhelming. And whenever you have a very simple answer to that, which is there's a Discord right here at Bad Take. You can ask any question you want. I mean, obviously they can go to the Artifact Discord, but that can be somewhat intimidating. But a sort of community-run, community-centric outreach program that has what Bad Take has, in the Discord. It's not overwhelming. There's not a fucking bajillion channels. It's like pretty relatively easy to navigate. And you know what, Comp? That might be a pretty fucking dope role for the bot. Is the question and answer about the Artifact ecosystem. But obviously, like, you get into community run Discord and the vibes are a little bit different. It's a little less intimidating. There's more ability to sort of, ask those questions that you don't want to sort of look dumb and asking, or somebody can just be like, we're on fucking spaces every night, like, just come fucking hang out, and if you got a question, like, it's free and open, everyone's here to help, everyone's here to just shoot the shit and talk about the shit we love, and super easygoing. There's little to no intimidation factor. Everyone's welcome. So yeah, I mean, I think that is definitely an important aspect that guiding bad take toward would be a really really good idea for the fam, just to have that sort of what's next when people start to wade in the waters.
Ilan always nails it, and Ilan always talks about this revolution, right? And he uses the word revolution, and then I'm over here listening to Kuro, and he's got this saying he's been saying is by any means, right? And creator revolution by any means. It's almost like we're all on the same page here, speaking that same language. And it's not in a negative way. Like, we're not out here trying to bring down the government or anything, baby, But the revolution is that creator revolution and putting Artifact on the map, bro. That's the revolution we're talking about. So we are gonna start a movement, maybe with a hashtag or something along the lines. It'll be like by any means, right? A creator revolution by any means. So whenever you create some dope shit, maybe put that hashtag in it or put the bad take hand, right? Just let them know like that the movement that you're a part of, and let them know that the space where you gain your creativity from or hang out with your homies. Well, we want to start hashtagging shit like, that creator revolution to kind of show what we can push out onto the timeline to get clones out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's it's the signaling is super important, and like really rad. I mean, I think that's something that uh, the Mutant Cartel did pretty well, like early on. I don't know where they're at. They I don't know how they sort of evolved or how or where they're at now, but definitely the like early on the Mutant Cartel did the that the PFP signaling, and you could put the hand on the Mutant Cartel hand on your PFP, and that sort of signified to everybody that that was sort of your home within the home, that was your sub community, that was your subculture, within not just within the apes but within the mutants as well, and that you rode with those motherfuckers. And so it's like the bad take could most definitely take a few cues from that sort of culture building exercise, and really just one up it, make it better, evolve on it, like we do, like the mashup that we do, the revolution by any means. Like, it's all a mashup, and so you gotta take those best bits and plug them in.
By any means. That's what I'm saying. By any means. Yo, what's up, Polly?
I was just imagining the on cyberpod with all kinds of like branded materials. Like, there can be like a bottle of Coca-Cola, or like every clone can create his own environment and surround themselves with like the brands that whose philosophy like resonates with yours, and you can also like tag all of these brands and like reach out to entirely new audience. That's what I thought, because like Twitter, um I was surprised when Farfetch retweeted one of our posts. So I have a feeling that like community managers who are actually um, what is the word I'm looking for? Like managing the accounts, like they're present and they're supportive and they understand it. Oh,
Yo, Polly, we could get we can get into the on cyber right now. Actually, I'm actually going to go into the on cyber. I think it's pinned at the top. I'm going to go in there. I'm really want to start making people or like getting more comfortable with getting our VRMs into the into these on cyber pods and into the metaverse, hyperfi, whatever. And the links at the top. If anybody's on their computer, hop in. We'll get our VRMs in there. Last time we did it was actually pretty dope. Um, we got our VRMs, now let's use it. And then Polly was making content, right? So she was making content while we were in there. She made a whole video edit of everybody in the pods. And that's that shit that we were talking about the other day, is if anybody in here is listening and they can create content video content, taking clips while we're in these pods, if they want to write threads, all of this stuff pushes towards the ultimate goal of getting CloneX right on the timeline, getting Bad Take on the timeline, getting like our community and sub communities out there, right, and onboarding. So any kind of content you feel like you can powerfully create. We got Tevi up here, right? Tevi is doing YouTube videos. I've seen him do threads. He's doing video edits. Like, this man is a content king. Anybody, Wayne, man, Wayne makes some fire content. He made the Bad Take hat, Bad Take jacket. I think we got some really powerful creators in this sub community, in our CloneX community. So don't be afraid to make anything, because we will push it out from the main channels, from our Twitters, from everybody's Twitters, and support you and support what y'all are doing. What's up, Tevi?
What up? What up? How's everyone doing?
Good, man. Waiting for you to finally admit you're a Discord mongrel and you like the Discord.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I think it's coming.
Nah, man, I had to come up here and give you and freaking Dre just killing it earlier today. So I came in late, busy with work and everything, but I came in late and I was, kind of feeling a little bad because I'm like, damn, I missed probably most of it already. But y'all came on strong, and it didn't, like real talk, didn't feel like you were shilling clones. You were just providing the information. People were asking questions, you were answering, providing the details, and in such a tasteful way. Which then, and I don't know how the space evolved, right? But it was really cool to hear everybody else in there, right? Like some people who had never heard of the CloneX artifact before, but now they're seeing the Nike stuff, and just it's really easy when it's like clones and people that you see all the time on here that know about it, but to have people who maybe had no idea or saying, you know what, yeah, I haven't really been paying attention, but those shoes are super fire, blah blah blah, and talking through that was really cool to see, and to see the various PFP that were in there in addition to like the human PFPs, and talking about this stuff, and the acknowledgement that at the end of the day you can't fade Nike and you can't fade Artifact, and the way this was all set up obviously shows world-class marketing, right? Like a lot of the points that were made were around that, which is everything we've been talking about for months, been harping on the technology behind this stuff and why it matters and how this is essentially going to change the way retail is done. This is everything, we've been talking about with blockchain and the relevance of these things. And once people catch on and realize what's going on, they're going to realize that, man, this is bigger than some tiny little project. Like this is the way of the world, right? Like this is where we're going. This is how the industry is moving. And that's a lot of what you heard today. And it was really cool to hear that and have the two of you kind of help with pushing that message out there. So, again, shout out to you and Andre. If anybody else was on there that I missed, kudos to you as well. But yeah, it was super cool to hear. And yeah, I'm excited for the future. What I was going to say on top of that, sorry to cut you off, is yeah, I would love to get the files for the, and if it's in the Discord, I guess I'll just have to go in there. But the jacket for Bad Take, right? Like I would love to create like a cool animation with that. If you want to send me your clone or whatever, I'll probably work on something new. So I've been kind of spinning my wheels on, what do I put together next to keep challenging myself. And I think I have a cool little concept. So anyways, at the very least, I'd love the jacket and the sword and the jacket, and put that on my two clones and kind of start building a little bit of what I have in mind. And I think it'll be cool. Obviously, that I can't do a render a day or an animation a day because I just don't have the time. But I'll definitely put some cool stuff out as I can.
Yo, Wayne, I think we'll just put the jacket in the Discord, which will force Tevi to have to go in there. Like that's a good way to do it, baby. Tevi's gonna have to go in the Discord. I got you though, Tevi. Actually, I love the idea of some content getting made in it. Bilelo actually hit me up, and Bilelo's gonna make some dope shit too. And we know what he can make, bro. Yeah, dude. To touch on your first point, that show that we just got out of, there was a panel planned, right? And Dre was on the panel, and he told me he was on the panel. I said, "Oh, I'm coming through, bro. I'm taking the stage." They had like 2 spots left. I wasn't even planned to be on the channel. I just went up on stage and just kind of made myself a part of it. Um, and honestly, Tevi, we showed the fuck out of Artifact, bro. We showed Artifact nearly the whole space, but they threw us. It was like a slow pitch softball, bro. They tossed us up these slow pitch softball, and we didn't even have to try. It just turned into a full blown Artifact Nike shill, right? It was like, here's the ball, nice and slow, fucking knock it out of the park, and Dre killed it. And then he was using me as like backup for like the blockchain side or how they connect in this, and it was perfect. But you know what opened this up? The opportunity was the fact that yeah, LeBron wore it, right? So we already know this shit here. We already know what's going on. But that one picture is like, oh crap! Now y'all want to hear about it. That's fine. Like we're here to educate. And when we first started this space tonight, that's what I said is sure, LeBron wearing it is a huge deal. What it's going to do is open up the avenue of conversation. That avenue is now open. People saw, hey, I saw that picture. Hey, I saw that billboard. Can you tell me more? I got I got Azukis and Beans in my DMs going like, hey, do you think I should diversify a little bit into like maybe a clone just so I can access this stuff later? And I was like, yeah, you should always diversify. But that's what it is. It opens up that avenue of conversation, and this space that we just got out of, the avenue of conversation was opened up. Everybody was already open to it because they saw how dope it was, and they're starting to see how dope it is. And then, you know, we were in the right space, right place at the right time to help broaden their vision and kind of educate more on it, right? So yeah, it was a great space. I really want to grab that download from that. And if anybody here wants to try their hand at pulling clips and editing and wants to give Rose a hand, there's some good shit in that one we can pull out of.
Yeah, man. It was, it's like I said, I have no idea when the space started. I just jumped in there and I was like, as you and Dre were talking, I was like, yes. And obviously I was trying to get up there, right? And offer a little bit more insight into the blockchain. But you guys honestly knocked it out of the park and provided everything there was to provide. But I was like, man, like, yes, tell them about the that swoosh stuff in the marketplace. That is like, tell them about the supply going lower because not everybody's going to mint. Tell them about the connectivity and the ESG side of it. Like, hit on all those points, like, and you guys did. So it was a really great representation of what this is all about, and where things are going, right? And again, the realization of the people that are not necessarily listening to this stuff day in and day out, just realizing the impact that this will have. And I think that in itself is massive. And we know where this is all going longer term, but it's going to take, people's eyes and ears opening. And it's funny that, you have to get like the most recognized athlete in the world to wear the shoes, and then all of a sudden they're cool now, right?
Well, we knew that, bro. And the thing is we knew we had that option too. We
Yeah,
know the athletes that he has, so we didn't know for sure it was coming, but we had this inclination that once it's seen, these avenues of interest and communication were going to pop open. Like
for
we all been
sure.
preparing for that
Yeah,
moment.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, and to that point, this is the importance of the community, right? Like, so, and this is the power of what we've been doing in here, because people that spend time in here or in the Discord or liaising with Kuro or Dre or Comp or the people who Tebi, the people who contribute day in and day out in this space are able to and have digested all of that information surrounding this entire drop, this whole fucking thing. And so, now it is incumbent on us to relay all of that information that we've sort of distilled into the most important points, like the most important aspects of and what people need to know about these drops. And, whenever you see something like this, it is certainly a eureka moment because it's like, of course, like the team tees it up, but the community goes out there and fucking knocks it out. Like that's the combination 1-2 of team and community, because they don't fucking have the time to go out there and sit in spaces and fucking do that shit and like relay to everyone in this space how to do it, what to do. Like, and there are clones that are making YouTube videos. Saw a couple of those which are fucking awesome. I saw a TikTok of a dude that was kind of running through, oh, you saw LeBron's shoes, here's how you get them, and ran through the whole thing. And so it's super important for us to know that this is an integral piece of this pastiche, of this puzzle, um, and the role that we play here. Because yeah, dude, we've been in here and we've been fucking chopping it up to the finest, the finest grains, the finest pieces, the most important nuggets. And that's what the people out there need to know about, need to hear about. And when we talk about it, of course, it's, people can hear our enthusiasm about it, and that becomes infectious. So it's not just like, oh, LeBron wore these shoes and whatever, like blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, LeBron wore these shoes, man. And there's this whole community out there that is fucking revved up, ready to go, jazzed as fuck. And this is where we get like our information, from. This is who we need to tap to understand like the intricacies of it. Cause like was mentioned in that spaces, it's not like inherently intuitive. It's not easy, but it's fucking doable. I mean, like, it's not fucking possible. And as long as you kind of know the steps, it shouldn't be too intimidating. And so that's that sort of ball lies in our court as far as getting out there. And yeah, you guys did a wonderful job on that space today. And that is a perfect example of that role that we play.
We've been talking about this, man, and none of y'all ever doubted it. Sure, you may have had some internal doubts of what was coming, but we all kind of felt like, yo, the connections that Nike has, it's inevitable. Shit's gonna happen, and y'all were prepared to educate. Dude, I'm super proud of all y'all for real. What's up, Dre Millie? Yo, actually at the top, Dre, we got another one tomorrow at 9 a.m. Me and Dre are on a panel with some big names for a morning show. We're gonna be up there shilling as much as we can. You already know. I put your reminders on for that 9 a.m. show, so that come up and kick it, and we'll hit that one. What's up, Dre?
We cooking, baby. We cooking.
That
That's
was a
what's
good
up.
space, bro. That shit was fire.
It was fun, man. It was fun. And this is, like you said earlier, this is everything that we've spoken about. We all knew it was coming. These are the same conversations we've had in Bad Take for months. Same conversation we had in Sneaker Soapbox for months. We knew the setup was here, that they was throwing the alley-oop. It's just up to dunking it right now. And this is the beginning of the formula, right? The awareness. The awareness is being built and it's starting to bubble up the hype. So we moving into phase 2. And once everything gets minted out and people realize they can't get them and it's such low allocations of each DNA, that's when the FOMO comes. And that's when the party starts. That's when we start cranking out, man. So yeah, just the beginning of it all, for real.
Oh, I never heard such an expression.
What, alley oop and dunk that shit?
Oh, no. What is it, Franklin out?
We wilding out. What's up, Tevy?
Yeah, I know. The only other thing I wanted to add real quick is the two things, actually. I think the CIRLs that Dre brought up was on point. But also, which that in itself, right, people are not even aware of that. And realizing from a technological standpoint how important that's going to be and how that's going to open people's eyes. But on a more even like simpler level, right? Like all the season one stuff that people are now starting to get, you're seeing all of the timeline. People are trying them on, wearing it, posting, like talking about their stuff, their clothing. If you think about it, it's turning every single one of us into walking billboards, right? Like if you're connecting your your clothing to the blockchain, and now people are gonna see dope clothing, or oh, where did you get that? Where did you get those shoes? Where did you get that shirt? That looks really cool. Oh, by the way, here, just tap my shirt with your phone. They're not even realizing that that capability exists, right? So now you have a captive audience. And so what Dre and Compound did today in that space, every single person who's a clone gets to do that IRL starting basically right now for the foreseeable future. So the average person that's going to look at your AR hoodie, your any of your season one merch and likes the design of it is going to ask you about it, and that opens that door and just busts it wide open. So when you say it's just the beginning, it literally is just the beginning. And you have shoes come in, you have the IRLs that are coming, and that in itself, right, it is going to be huge. And that's not the last; those are not the last shoes that we're going to get, right? They've talked about wanting to create their own silhouette. There's all these things in the pipeline, and so I wanted to at least make that point of you're all about to be billboards, whether you realize it or not. That's a thing. So you better be ready to talk about what you have and why you have it and the impact of it.
No, you're right, bro. And one of my biggest things, that like the space had a few hundred people in it, like 100 plus something. My biggest thing was I kept circling back. Drake kept showing bad take, and I was fucking stoked on it. But I kept circling back to the fact that those sneakers that LeBron are wearing and all the sneakers you guys are all stoked on were accessed via a CloneX. Like you had to have a CloneX to access that claim, and I kept making sure I said like that's utility, like that's part of the utility of CloneX. There's plenty more, but and that's what everybody was surprised about, because a lot of people don't realize that that CloneX at the most basic thing is just to access this dope shit that now LeBron is wearing. I put that I put emphasis on that because I'm tired of hearing that CloneX don't have utility. Like, bro, we access the dopest sneakers that just hit your fucking timeline. With just owning a clone, you could get two pairs of them. You know what I mean? Like that's utility in itself. That's more utility than every fucking project out here, just at the base level. So I kept shilling that. I want to go to It's Wayne, and then we're gonna say up to Kaz. I haven't said hi to you yet. What's up, Wayne?
Hey, what's up, Compound? How you doing, bro?
What up, bro? Are you gonna enter this creator challenge that Juju's putting out with these dunks?
I'm into 3D, and I think because obviously it's Photoshop. I'm not that into Photoshop, to be honest with you, and I don't have the 3D file, so I really can't enter. But I saw the one that Johnny posted, epic. I don't know if anyone's gonna beat that.
Dude, let's get you the 3D files of it, and you enter a 3D version. I feel like Dre, we'll hit up Juju and see if you can enter a 3D. That would be so dope. Who
That
cares about Blender or sorry, Photoshop? We'll get a Blender entry, dude. Somebody entered like an AI/IRL kind of mix today.
Yeah.
So if you could do a 3D one, I'm sure the entry would be fine, dude. I think it'd be fire, actually.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty sick. Great spaces, though, by the way. Dre, Compound, that was actually very interesting. Yeah, you got me bullish on Artifact, and I've already been bullish on Artifact, so I don't know how that's even possible, but yeah, it happened, right? So,
Bro, I'm bullish on Artifact too.
You know, it's wild is I had a Azuki and a Bean jump in my DMs asking about if they should capitulate and join Artifact and grab a clone too, and if it was too late for them to get the sneakers, and all of this types of shit. Like tons of people was jumping my DMs asking
That
questions.
seems to be a theme,
Yeah,
right? And I'm sorry to jump in, but that seems to be a theme. I'm seeing a lot of people on the timeline. All of a sudden, clones are cool again, right? So, anyways, I thought that was interesting.
It's the rotation, bro. They're gonna be rotating out of those when they feel like the utility of like I'm not gonna talk about other projects. Anyways, dude, hey, this is a big day for Kaz. After 6-7 long years of having his main account banned, he finally got his account back today. This account has history all the way back to like 2010, right, bro? Like it
This
goes
account, this account actually is all the way from back in the bottom of the housing crash in 2009. And
yeah.
then I built a brand that got to like worldwide TV by 2017. And then after that happened, they targeted my mother, all kinds of shit, and they got the account offline. It was pretty crazy. Then after my kid first and tried to advertise him, they show you the board on Bitcoin Talk. They advertised my kid at 9 for like abduction, and eventually would culminate in getting the account totally banned. So I did what I could from my my micro account under the Realnomics, but hopefully now not a lot of my brand is still alive. It's been offline a half a decade. So a lot of it's like dead. 10,000 followers are gone, private bots. But this is a much better account to help support CloneX with than what I was fighting out of the corner with my hand behind my back. So yeah, I will absolutely destroy Rat DNA now.
Well, dude, I'm super stoked for you. Congrats on the account back. You were already a fucking powerhouse in CloneX, moving shit, and now you got the 2 accounts to continue to move with your fucking strong ass community, dude. So, congrats, bro.
Thanks, man.
No, yeah, definitely. Congrats, bro. Let me jump in and say, man, I spoke to Compound about it. I was on my way back from Tokyo, and I have not been seeing your post, my man. Like, it's nothing other than that, for real. So
Okay.
I'm glad
Yeah, I
that you
support you
got
guys.
your
Support you
post
both.
back now.
I think you did an awesome job in Japan. I love seeing it, dude. You're probably the smartest motherfucker in sneaker branding I've ever heard speak. So I was definitely the person to be in Japan.
I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you got your shit back. At least we can now have hopefully some more clairvoyant tweets, and I see your shit coming across the timeline, or I'll turn the noties on and see what we can crank out together.
It's a time thing, you know. Like we talk about this at the bottom of the 2015 cycle, that I would get this account back when credit facilities show up, and we actually change the sentiment at the bottom of CloneX, and we have Artifact Japan, and you have LeBron. Like, you know, from me and Compound started talking about, like, you know, getting this thing to rotate, and the ratio at Nizuki being over 7-1 on CloneX. You know, well, we got inside the 4s, and we definitely have the rotation, man. I think, you know, having LeBron pop out, having credit show up if it gets attached to CloneX, that bottom's fucking in, and everyone who scooped coming from 2 up to, like, you know, 2.7, your shit should be fucking like entrenched. If this metaverse bet works, I think we fucking literally as a crew fucking, you know, time that low together. It's fucking sick.
Hey,
What did you?
Oh, go ahead, Jerry.
I was saying, what you had to do to get it back after damn near a
So
decade? That's crazy.
that's definitely crazy. So you guys saw that thing with the guy Grazzi who lost that goggles clone that's on the Realnomics account now. I changed that account to my other clone. I got that clone out of a Paraspace margin call that happened to that guy because he says, you know, got the notification to put up more capital, and Paraspace margin called him out on Blur. So I told him, like, if you had any leads, you know, to get me my my account back, I'd throw you a clone for free, but you have to prove it. I've also been working with a ton of other OGs, guys like who had accounts like twice as big as mine that were banned in 2018, and they were able to figure out how to get it back without throwing myself under the bus or any of them in a recorded space. That whatever Eon fired, the 70-80% of people he fired, he has exactly the same fucking problem concentrated the remaining 2,300 people. They're 100% like holding our accounts hostage and like selling your fucking shit back to you. It's really crazy, but it's exactly what was going on before. So now I'm being threatened by Yuga Labs guy Brooks that he wants the clone for the account coming back, but I can prove that they didn't get it back. But they're now threatening me to take my account offline again if I don't give them that clone. That's going on right now, and that guy's written me like fucking like serious threats in writing right now. So just for the recorded sake of it, if anything happens to this fucking account, I'll sue the fucking 2 of you out of existence. But yeah, he wrote down the whole threat in writing, so my lawyer's like, wow, what an idiot. So now Brooks wrote out that he has a plug inside that can take people's accounts offline. Really stupid. So your boy Gravis put that in writing. So if my account disappears, both of you are fucked. But yeah, that's what's going on today. I have my account in 24 hours. I'm being threatened with my account already right now. It's pretty crazy.
Yo, Kiro knows a lot about books. He's not
Yeah. So yo, bro, just send me a DM, bro. I'll take care of it for you.
I shared what the dude wrote down. I just ended up trying. He literally wrote that Brooks told him that he has a guy inside there that can, a girl that like can do.
Yeah, I know who she is. I have her email, bro.
Right.
I'm
He's so,
gonna award
but
her
Gravy's
one.
threatening me. Gravy's threatening me with that in writing for Brooks. Brooks doesn't know he's doing that. He's putting Brooks
Bro,
under a bus right now.
Books isn't gonna do anything for him. I don't even think Books likes him, man. To be honest, that's why I said
He
just
always went onto my channel. He threatened to like fight people in my channel today. Like he got kicked out of Discord.
who?
We went fucking actually crazy. Then he wrote me that he prays to his mighty God, and his God is why I got my account back. And if I don't get his clone back, my God will smite you down. And like, bro, it's gone fully crazy. If you see what's in my DMs, I know it's
Who
fucking
said that
crazy.
to you?
This guy Gravity that lost that clone in
Oh,
the martyrdom call.
Gravy.
He went
Oh, I
from
thought
fucking be a
Books
man
said
of
that.
God to like prank. No, Books
Oh,
wrote something in his DMs that he sent to me, and then basically he made Books think that he sent him something that he didn't send him. So he never sent anything to Brooks until after the account was back. And I can show that timestamping. He didn't see my message to send to Brooks, and another person got the account back. There is like really crazy shit going on there because like Deep went and tried to get it back, and his engineer said they were locked out. Like my account was gated behind like a higher authority, so they couldn't even see it. So somebody who was there before that was pretty powerful fucked my account over to where most people couldn't figure out how to get it back, and then I got somebody to get to the right level of it. It's total bullshit what's going on inside Twitter.
yeah. Just like Books isn't gonna do nothing for this Grazi guy. The Grazi guy is gonna be
I was
scratching
totally
his
cool giving him back
ass.
if he proved it. I don't care. It's $5,600. I could give a shit. This account was
Books
worth fucking
doesn't
10
like
grand.
like in public. Books doesn't like me, bro. But he got me back my account how many times? Okay, like this guy, like I know, like I'm starting to get his like whole shtick or whatever he has going on with the weird shit. Like I don't appreciate it because it's fucking annoying. But like at the end of the day, this guy's trying to make sure he has legs to stand on. He's not gonna shoot himself for
I haven't
that
even
guy.
heard of the guy until honestly, till like I don't know these you guys. I just I was like I told him if you show me a paper trail shows you guy got it, I'll give you a clone. And still to this minute, I'm cool with that. I don't care. It was a cool catch, but it's not a bunch of money to me. But he then went crazy, and I said, "Well, you just timestamp show that you sent him the fucking message an hour after the account was back, bro." And it's like, look, you just wrote it, and now he's going crazy. So he realized that he fucked up. So now they're just threatening me.
Yeah,
It's
well,
crazy. I just post technical
I'll
analyses.
I'll email the lady
That's it.
just so she knows not to respond to this guy if he gets the email from Books.
I'll shoot you the DM that puts her in the middle of a fucking like serious problem because that guy Gravy's putting them both under a bus, and just shoot her that. It's like this idiot wrote down that you two have control of people's accounts in Twitter. You probably should tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Art of War, bro. That guy is now Books' enemy because he just put Books under the bus for real, bro. And
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna appreciate that. He already has enough people throwing him under buses and vehicles of all types and sorts. So I don't think he's gonna like this at all. And he won't
they're
like me calling him even more. So that'll be fucking hilarious.
Well, they're holding accounts hostage and they fucking selling them back to people, dude. Like that sounds like some Twitter shit. I'll be honest. They've been doing it for a while though. I think Instagram does the same shit. They'd be holding blue checks hostage and they'll sell account back. There's like shady people with inside these organizations, man. Kaz, I hope you keep the account, bro. I know you've been working for years to get this thing back, so it's a big day.
Well, as long as I keep it, man, you guys got one of the bigger OG accounts behind the clone. So if we can keep it, we'll destroy anybody's wall that shows up or any fucking liars that fucking try to take us out. So you got my vote as long as I manage to keep this fucking thing.
Right, bro. I'm ready.
It's been a war, dude. Just to fucking post technical analysis, honest analysis. I'm not a thread writer. I just post honest analysis. And the thing is, the guys like Whale, those are the guys, the previous version of him that took this account out because, as you can see, like I showed you DMs, like Kobe, all those guys, they came through me. By removing what I do, it allowed those guys to show people and take AMA payments. I never take that. I just post analysis. That's what got me to CNBC. Those guys ripped me off and started doing what Whale was doing. That's why I knew what Whale was. That's how almost all your OGs came into being, was ripping me off before. So it's not like Whale was the first. Whale is just another version of the same shit I destroyed back in 14, 15, 16, and 17. So I have this receipts for that. I showed you that. Like almost all the guys you guys know as influencers, I can show you them in my DMs learning from me. Everybody, all the way to Kobe. They're all a copy of the same shit. They're the previous versions of Whales. And they got big enough that people who don't know what they did to the people who used to follow them in 14, 15, and 16, which are all dead, they just have a huge following. You just think, oh, he must be noteworthy because he has a huge following. And game's the same thing Whale does. Whenever you hear that term fucking influencer, it's always death. And whoever's listening to the people is always getting fucking bullshit. It's the same shit. This NFT Twitter is just its own version after CT, but this has always been going on.
And NFT Twitter is so new, and people are so new to this space just in general. Like, there's people who have joined NFT Twitter that just never were in crypto at all. So you can really get away with some shit in this space because there's not a lot of people that know like the history of these bigger influencers like you may do, bro.
It's a weird era. Like 2014 crypto is super degen. It's major anon world. You know, if you have like $1 million of crypto and somebody finds that out and finds out where you are, you're like a giant target to be robbed in your house because no one's gonna help you. So it's like super hide the fuck away from the public. Like people stay behind their PFPs, and it's just like a crazy degen world. It's more like the Pepe Cash world is like the mainstream world of crypto 2014. That's
Yeah.
that's what the Doge Army thing and all that. Like January 2014, we're getting Doge into like the exchanges that carry Doge. We're getting listed in TradingView to get a bigger retail market to it. That's what I showed you getting the Doge listing. We applied for that in January, and then by March, TradingView put the exchanges that had Doge on there, which allowed for the mega pumps of Doge that you see now. The influencers and those guys they were just pumping dumb crews, you know, running people around, lying to people, flooding people, all kinds of stuff, hacking people. That's the whole of 2014 and 15 crypto. It's nothing more fancy than that. It's just a giant sea of degenerates.
Bro, that meme culture, those degenerates though, like are part of this space and it's super important. It's important aspect. Like you can have just the NFT side, but as you're seeing right now, the meme side, the meme culture, the Pepe running the timeline, that shit's super important.
That's your true crypto culture. Meme culture is the true crypto culture. The degeneracy, like, you know, Wild West away from fucking rules and structures. What you're still seeing in the Dexland meme world, that is actually true crypto culture. Like people are staring for the bull market in ETH and BTC, but the bull market happens here. This is like the bull market's been happening since, you know, Bitcoin 15,000, but it didn't happen in the layer one, you know, coins that people are used to staring at. It happened in like the nether regions of like, you know, DeFi protocols and, you know, out here in Dexland. You don't get shit like fucking Pepe unless you've been in a bull market for a minute, because Pepe absorbs profits from other projects. That's like where you get him. You get him in like the 7th inning of a baseball game in the all season cycle. You get this kind of thing about there, because he absorbs the profits from previous crypto runs. So he's like level 2, level 3 risk, you know, beyond BTC or like LTC. He's down in the nether regions of risk. This only gets other crypto money. It's not going to get people walking in the door of BTC. This is layers hidden into crypto. So this is crypto money on crypto money.
So you're telling us to buy Pepe, Cass? That's what we're saying right
No,
now?
you didn't see it? I put on the show 110. I had a 110 market cap. That's where we had on the show. And then I tweeted it when that was going to like 4,200 something.
It's 7x since then.
Yeah. It was, what, it hit 950, I think, or I think it hit $1 billion. I projected $1 billion. That's what we said on the show. We said those coins are always good for stupid shit like that, because they're 4chan. They can bring down the earth on coins, those guys.
Damn, bro. Let me check. I got the chart right here.
If it consolidates again, do not put it past that shit, bro. You don't understand the level of fucking horsepower 4chan has to run shit through the roof.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. It's ridiculous.
Pepe is pumping, man. Like I'm.
It broke.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell y'all just said. Like I said, bro, I didn't see your tweets. I haven't seen shit, so I'm out here in the dark, literally, like in the vent of dark.
I don't ever know how to pin stuff. I'll just send it to I'll send the compound, because I can never figure out how to pin anything in this fucking planet. But I did.
You know what's so crazy is that Dre can be that freaking knowledgeable on sneakers, but yet when it comes to like crypto and coins and everything, it's like, man, I actually have a leg up on this dude. But this is what this community is amazing.
I am ignoramus when it come down to DJ, because I wasn't around for that. Like I told you, I got into crypto because my brother told me to get into like ETH. I got into the safe, pretty shit. Like I went down there with the mud on my Timbs, kicking motherfuckers in the teeth type shit that y'all on right now.
All I know,
like, I'm just learning.
I like seeing a man with dreads on fucking Japan TV. That was dope. I'm from Jamaica, so you know I got love for dreadlocks.
Hey,
no, for sure.
Remember, Kaz, when you were like, yo, when Drake talks sneakers, I just sit back and listen, right? So, like, when Kaz is talking meme coins, this man was pumping Dogecoin in 2014, right? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, we just sit back and, like, listen, man. So,
if you look in that letter that I sent to Stan Bokoff from the TradingView, that chart is all that's available to read Doge. That horrific looking thing in the email is the best version of a Doge chart available. I sent that to them, like, bro, nobody can use this shit. Look at it. That was at first they're not gonna be enough liquidity for anyone to want to trade coins that small. And I was like, bro, I should send them stuff about Doge Army. I'm like, look at the size of this community. We're really a fucking cannon behind this. Doge is the main thing I marketed. That was the Pepe. of January, that was a crazy fucking meme coin. You know, the first one before the sheaves or anything. And that was that time. It was crazy. There was a guy that had like a radio station. He was the biggest. Like he was like Bad Take. He was like he had 14,000 people follow. It was a huge station for like January 2014, and that thing was like ridiculous. Oh, yeah,
What
Doge Pump was crazy. I saw this like it was only culture. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You know, I'm like just in from like regular capital markets, and I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. This is going to fucking keep going. I couldn't believe when I first saw it.
what was the market cap at when you were first trying to get it on TradingView?
It's a super micro cap, man. That was at 27. I picked up at 27 to 30 sats, and then my business partner picked up at like 17 sats. And a guy named Wolong. You guys want to read a really great paper to teach you a whole lot of stuff? Wolong was the main pumper of Doge, and he wrote down the entire mechanics of how his team ran the walls. I incidentally played into it in Doge Radio and helped fucking send an army into this thing while they were pushing it. I didn't know him at the time. I ended up analyzing it. Was part of like the meme culture with it. And the actual market maker was a guy named Wolong. If you type Wolong paper, that paper is the most detailed description of bookmaking a shitcoin you'll ever see. It's all manual, no bots. He tells you exactly how they set walls, how they fucking knock people out. It's one of the greatest papers you guys could all read to learn exactly what Blur is doing. You'll make complete sense of what you see in Blur. But yeah, look it up. It's called the Wolong paper. It's still public. It's like famous, bro. It was ridiculous. He wrote it out and he just like gloated at how well he fucking smashed people all the way from fucking like, 20 sats through fucking 255s. He killed people. It's a great paper. It taught me a fuck ton.
Oh, hold on. Let me Google it. Wolong, WOLONG.
WO, yeah, paper. And just Doge. You'll see it. It'll pop up everywhere.
So what's the next play then, baby? Let's not talk about the past. It's 2014. It's 2023. What's the play?
CloneX, nigga. What you talking about?
Ooh, I like it.
Hey guys, I have a couple of questions. Is it an actual clone that it's RTFKT wearing?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Oh my god. It's hypnotizing. I can't take my eyes off it. Also, Kura's bean looks really good on him and he sounds like a New Yorker. I'm surprised he's in Canada. And I personally looking forward to tomorrow's Beyond GM. I met Beast in New York and he's such an amazing guy. Like super positive, exactly how he sounds. Angelic.
Yeah, we have to the new listeners, me and Dre tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We'll be on a space with a lot of other people from this, Web3 world, and we will be trying to attempt to shill Artifact as much as we can. Don't tell nobody. Nah, we'll be just chatting, spreading some knowledge. Any questions, we'll be on there. So come through tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Hey, hats off to Bad Take though for the social management of perception. While we attack books, like it's definitely an amazing two-pronged attack for the sentiment beast this different 4 weeks later from what the fuck was going on with those guys smacking it over. To have LeBron walk in on the timing of us hit this thing together on the bottom, man, that makes every one of those fucking thread rides look like fucking retards. I love it.
It's almost like, bro, between your community, the information you put out, the knowledge base that you have in your community, and how strong it is, and then like what we're doing over here by bringing the rest of the community together, culture wise, and then you getting your account back, LeBron hitting the timeline, everything falling in. It's like Japan, Dre on TV there, Bad Take TV, like all of this shit falling into place.
4 weeks, it's like an insanely different world, and like that's what people are like, how are all these people buying for CloneX Classic? Well, that's why the old people of crypto who know me, that's it. If I say I like a project, I'm pretty accurate. What's funny though? I totally funded those fucking shoes. I saw it to get them before, just like fuck those things. I was like, oh, those are probably like I'm waiting for the kick, the other dunks to come back online. I already got 3 other pairs of the other ones. Like I was like, I'm feeling that red and black shit, and fuck me. I like the Chicago Bulls, but I just don't really wear red and black. God damn it.
Wait. So
I flooded the Air Force Ones. God damn it. I flooded the fucking Air Force. I didn't forge a fucking one of them. All right, so fuck it. I'll admit that I fucked up.
Making calls. Ray, you got him on a call, bro. You called the Air Force One since Forge, baby.
I got the dunks on my mind. I got the other fucking crypto kicks. I'm like, fucking a third one, you son of a bitch. You're not getting me on this one. And fuck.
Oh, yeah. You're just like, I'm done buying these fucking shoes. But these
fix the fucking dunks, you son of a bitch. Like, yeah, I'm like, damn it. I could have totally forged those things around. I was like, you're not getting me on this one, you motherfucker. Fix the other shoe and fuck my life. That's one LeBron wears. That is the one that like somebody sent to me specifically. I'm like, dude, I don't wear red and black. This is so basic looking. Fucking retard. Thanks a lot, Dre Millie. Didn't teach me well enough, buddy.
Hey, bro, it's been here. I've been screaming it from the mountaintops like that woodchuck on that meme, bro. And I've been screaming it forever. So, maybe you didn't see my tweets. I don't know. You know what I mean? I got
My sneaker game's just not that good, bro. I just like at 3. I was like, I need to see something, And I got these other ones coming in this month and stuff. I got the badass crypto kicks.
Oh yeah.
There are 3 different ones of that. I forget which. Somebody sent me one as a gift. It's really dope. But I just I need to see one of them arrive, And I was like, God damn it, I feel fucking like a retard because I totally could have gotten a couple pairs of that thing.
I mean, you still got time, man. You still got 4 days.
Dude, the price on them motherfucking shoes like skyrocketed once they saw them chicks on LeBron's feet, bro.
It's still worth it. I think in sneaker culture, since the awareness is just now building with 4 days left, and people who've never jumped into crypto have no way to navigate throughout the crypto realm, it still has space to grow. I think
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very crazy thing to me. Like I'm not from that. Like when I'm a kid and people collect Jordans, I always thought it was crazy. I'm from Jamaica. I never seen nothing like that. I came at 10 and I was like, you guys like do well with sneakers. I know a guy that has like 125 pairs of artifact shoes, like 6-figure artifact collection. He's been storing them in like a storage place you see in like when they go raid people's storage after they lose it in like collections. I'm like, what the fuck do you do? Does he ever wear them? He's like, hell no. I'm like, what the fuck? To me, that's crazy. Like honestly, but I certainly get it more. But it's definitely the craziest thing I've ever seen. Because when I came into this, it was like, you guys are like fucking crazy for sneakers. But I know Jordan people like that too. Jordan shoes. So it's just something I never grew up with.
Yeah, no, definitely do not sleep on these Murakami. If you get one pair, get a Murakami drip. Just get them and forget about them. And you'll be happy. If you want to sit and just have something there, you'll be good. You'll be cheesing in a couple months, couple years.
Yo, I think you should get a pair of Cas. I think they'll look fire. Mr. J right now just teased that he's about to open a vial. Sorry to cut anybody off. Mr. J, if you're about to open a vial, bro, please jump in the Discord. Let us stream it. We'll all join in the Discord. Don't be teasing me, bro. What's up?
It's sitting in the MetaMask waiting.
Oh, can you?
That's why I gave the 10-minute warning.
10 minutes from now, you're gonna crack a clone vial in the Bad Take Discord?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit! All right, I'm in main channel. Let's bring a new clone into this world.
I hope you get a DNA Murakami or an
yes,
bro. Undead. Shooting for Undead or MKDNA for you, my guy.
And
much love, man. Appreciate that.
This is, guys, we didn't even plan this. He just fucking throwing this on me. Can we get a retweet of this? I'm gonna pin it at the top. Do like a quote tweet. Let's try to get some people in here. Let's bring a new clone into the world. This shit right here is like building memories, y'all. So shout out Mr. J for getting a vial and opening it up with us live. This man just like a man of surprises. I was like, yo, what the fuck's he doing? I'm gonna quote tweet this. Vial opening. If you guys quote tweet it, vial opening in 6 minutes. Oh wow. 6 minutes in the Bad Take. Sorry, I have to spell out what I'm fucking saying.
I'm just gonna retweet your tweet.
I need the Discord link real quick.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Compound to tweet it, and I'll go tweet it.
Oh, okay. I'm the guy. Hold on.
You're the guy. You're the guy who's playing the guy.
I'm the guy playing the other guy. Copy link. I'm putting the Discord link in the tweet. Boom. Vial opening in 6 minutes in the Bad Take Discord. That's lit. Let's run it. I'll pin it at the top. Anybody listening, come through to the Discord. Tevi, you're not allowed. You said you don't like Discord, so sorry.
Yeah.
You don't get that.
I'm not coming.
Banned for life.
I'm working out right now anyways. I'm not coming in.
No,
I'll tell you right now, part of the reason I was waiting for your day was for Tev to come back on. I almost opened it yesterday, but I didn't see him.
Oh, you got to do me like that, man. Come on.
I kid you not, brother. I was like, I got to make sure Dre Millie's there, and I got to make sure Tev's around.
All right, I'll come into the Discord.
Hi, thank you.
Hey, speaking of a mint vial, does anybody out there have the 3D files for the mint vial?
I'd like to play around with that. If that's
Yeah, I
possible.
do. I have like a really good min file. I'm just driving, as you can hear, but I will.
I'll DM you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'll DM you.
yeah. Uh, Especially on the Discord because I'm gonna put it in the file share in a second. I'm just cruising home right now.
Yeah. So, when I hopped on my computer this morning, I jumped in Kaz's Discord because I saw his account was back, and I go in there. This dude's got 100 people in his voice channel. He wanted me to come in and talk about like Twitter algorithm and shit, and like he had an army in there that were just like celebrating for his account back.
You know what's funny about this? Deep wrote me last night. This is the first day I didn't do a prep. Like being mid 40s and running Twitter at the speed we're running, kind of trying to counter things. It's like a hyper alert thing. I'm around all night, like not sleeping, so it kind of burned me out. And then Deep's like, I think someone may have actually managed to permanently delete your shit from the level these people are at. They can't get access to anything about your account. Like somebody's done something to your account. And I was like, God fucking damn it. And I was working on something with a couple of the OGs, and it kind of was like, fuck it, it's never coming back. And I literally capitulated this morning. I was like, guys, I'm not coming in this morning. I was like, I think I fucking need a break. And then they were messaging me like 8:50. I actually went to sleep. This is the first morning I'm not opening on Thursday, not coming to the stock market open. And I'm like in my phone, like, what is going on? And they all know about it before me. And I'm like, oh fuck. So it was kind of crazy. Like I literally capitulated into the bottom of the bear cycle of my own, account this morning and got the account back. It was kind of crazy.
Yo,
That's dope, man.
so if you want to invite anybody in to come experience a vial opening, I'm sure y'all already did.
Well, I can tweet anything that we want to get out now, dude. I have pretty good reach of this thing, so
I pinned it at the top, guys. But yeah, dude, I jumped in that Discord to like congrats you, and I've never seen so many people in a Discord chat. I don't think we're gonna beat it right now. We have a lot in here right now. Holy shit!
Anyway, that a steady stream of fucking clone buys keeps coming from. But yeah, no, we have an army, and all our guys don't buy like out of their pockets. All those guys buy from Alpha. They generated learning to trade off our show for years. So that's the difference. Is that they're able to come in and help save the bottom of CloneX with Alpha we generate, and understand the project and understand like what our vision was talking about Nike. Like it's not just like I'm like shilling something. These guys all made their own decisions based on the analysis. So I don't flood people into stuff. We're not that kind of network. Everyone in my network knows how to stand on 2 feet and trade for themselves. So they made their own choices.
Let me ask you this: can we jump in the Discord and stream live while being on Twitter Space as well on the phone? Because I've never done that before.
You need not to, you need a device, a phone. You'll be able to hear it if you're on the phone still. You'll be able to hear one or the other one.
Yeah, just go into the Discord, Dre, and I'll mute here and we'll talk. I'll keep my mic open and we'll talk in the Discord as well. Definitely want to.
I'm pulling up to this Venice thing anyway, so I'm gonna be getting off soon.
Yeah, I just sent it out. We got a lot of people doing it. Look at that, dude. Mr. J inadvertently shilling the Discord. All right, guys. He's going to share his screen here soon. Welcome to the Bad Take Discord. We're going to do a vial reveal for the first time ever in here. As we grow, man, and as CloneX start to get open, these vial reveals are going to become more and more rare. So it's kind of a cool thing. It's like part of the CloneX culture to crack one of these open. I don't think I've ever actually cracked one open with any friends or anybody. I don't think I've ever seen it. So this will be a first for me. I'm sure a lot of you guys got to mint, though.
Nope. I still need to go through this experience. That's what I'm working on. So this is going to be fun to watch.
Oh, Dre Millie's in the Discord now. If anybody's listening here in Twitter Spaces, I'm sorry. We will definitely continue the space after the Discord thing. So if it sounds like we're just sitting in silence, it's because we're all here in the Bad Take Discord. Open this file. So hop on in the space.
Is he doing it right this second?
Yeah. He just started sharing.
I'm about to. Did anyone record?
Can someone screen record? Anybody?
Yeah, I can. Well, yeah, I can screen record. I just won't have any sound.
Jerry's got it.
Okay.
Let's go. That's fucking teamwork, baby.
All right, here we go.
So wait a second. All I see is a Prez's screen. Which one?
No, click on Mr. J.
Oh, here we go.
It's going. Watch him not have gas.
Oh, okay, I see it now. All right, cool.
I'll send you gas, bro. I'll fucking send it right now if you need it.
It's going 1%. I've never really seen this either.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Okay.
Ooh, Demon Gang.
I was looking for a demon,
Let's
so I'm not too upset about that.
New Anya's gonna be so sad she missed a clone coming into the world, bro.
Yeah.
congrats, Mr. J.
Thank you. Now time to go grab my eggs, or egg, I should say.
Yeah, you get a free
Random.
egg too. That's right.
It's part of the reason why I want to mint. Just might as well roll the dice at the price. At least you get the egg with it. You feel me?
100%.
You were shooting for a demon, huh?
I was shooting for whatever was good. I was just appreciative that I got something.
No, that's dope, bro. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing the experience with us, man. That was fire.
Got to do it, fam, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna have
last
any other
minute,
way.
dude. I could have planned, like, yeah, it worked out, dude. That was perfect.
No, that's my whole thing is I wanted it to be random, and if it happened to be a part of it, then we make it happen. So I just want to kind of like create something different.
Yeah, Dre's shilling the Discord now that he's in the space. Shield that shit, Dre. Shield the Discord. Let's go. That's where communities can be built, though, bro. Like, yeah, sure, we do spaces. We have Twitter, but like those late night DGen sessions when Kuro's creating and Prez is making dope shit and fucking Wayne's making some dope shit. We're playing video games. Like, that's where like the relationship and culture's built, though, bro. So
I will say I'm happy with the type of demon. Just wish it would have been a male, but I am pretty stoked about the demon.
bro, you have a dope PFP that you should never change. That bucket hat is a grail.
No,
So
that is
having a female is crucial. I have a female. I have two females, and
this
they're
will be
good to
my
have.
wife. That's how I see it. Be for
I
wifey.
have been looking for a female clone. So I'm not gonna rush, right? But exactly what you did, Mr. J, is like get that vial and bring a clone into the world. Like that's epic, man. Like I did not get to mint on day one, like many of the people in here, so that's still something I'm looking to do. And it was super cool to actually see what it looks like. I had never seen it, so I appreciate the man for for making it happen here on Bad Take with everybody, and especially me. So thank you for that.
Yeah, man, thank you. That was super reminiscent of the beginning of it all. I was fortunately enough to mint, and I minted a girl too, but it was a human girl. She was cute though, had a little ponytail. She was nice. But no, thank you, man. That was dope. Thank you for sharing. It made me want to buy a vial, bro. That shit was crazy.
You won't do
God,
it, bro.
Now, yeah, you're right.
God,
I'm gonna buy some shoes before I buy a vial. Just keeping it real, baby. That's what I want to do.
What did you say, Mr. J?
No, I was just laughing. I'll be honest. I mean, as it gets closer and closer, the chances are getting better and better. So it's like the more people burn vials, that's how I see it. I know
Yeah.
there's always going to be people that are going to try to hold on to it because they're going to think it's going to be the last one and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see how it rolls out.
Kaz, I might have to mute your mic. I think I keep hearing Discord, or maybe that's mine over here. Appreciate you. Mine's going off like crazy too. Everybody, dude, this is what I'm saying though. It's important. I think, me personally, it's important to have some lady clones as well. Like you've got your PFP, but it's important to have at least one or two as well because it balances out the collection. As Web3 grows and women come into the space, you know, having dope lady clones is a good thing. They're gonna want aesthetic PFPs like that they connect with, right? So
I
it's good.
actually really do dig it. I won't lie. It's different. It's cool. I like the jewelry, especially. It's something different, and the blue hair.
Bro, now you have access to that Rupsy demon tea that he dropped on the timeline. I heard only demons can get that shit. So, yeah.
It's demon time.
I think it's it.
Nah, bro, I don't discriminate, bro. Anybody can get that shit. You don't gotta be a demon to wear that shit. Buy all of them. Get all of them. Get as many as you want.
Anybody can get it.
Hell yeah,
Anybody
anybody
can get it.
can get it.
But yeah, Mr. J,
Oh,
man,
that's
you
fun.
got Demon. You know, you and I are a little bit closer now. You know, you got Demon, you get that MK drip. You know, you brothers.
That
Mr. J
that's
came in
what.
here killing shit out of nowhere, right? Capitulated, came to CloneX, bro. The project just started smoking everything in this motherfucker.
I said that's
Hey,
how it goes, bro.
Wait till he
that's
puts that
crazy.
hair on his clone that he's got up now, dude.
Oh,
That Ava, she's a robot clone with that hair. She looks so pretty with that hair. It's a great, really great snap filter. So congrats, Mr. J. And you can lease it to Jack for his brand, his cooking brand. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
I
should
think they look like they should be married.
I think
yo,
I'm trying to set him up already. She just came into the world. You trying to push me
I
off and get
know,
yeah,
married?
bro,
I know,
just
but that's
born.
kind of my job. You know what I mean?
Baron trying to
Just to
pimp
see.
out the new clone, like that's messed up. Well, I mean that's why he's called a Baron. You know, that's some Baron stuff right there. Baron
Just
be pimping.
I'm looking out for the young lady. I just want to make sure that you know, I know Mr. J's gonna look after her too, but I just was, sharing my thoughts. Mr. J and I are close. We vibe.
If you need somebody, I got somebody. If you need to know, I got you.
Yeah, we'll throw her on the grill, baby.
Man, that sounds all time
Hey, yo,
wrong.
Damn, calm down, Barry.
hey, Mr. J did. He was in the Utes and the D gods. You know, he came over to ETH. He said he took some Utes profits. He saw them clones that he's always liked, and he came in hot, man. That's what happens, bro. That's why I was actually kind of excited for that those collections to come over to ETH, right? Because they're able to take some profits from the people who want to kind of cross over to the DGOD and Ute collection, and then I knew that we would get some really dope people from those collections, so it kind of
that's
worked
part
out.
of what the utility of D Gods was. That's how it kind of. That's pretty much what he was trying to, or they were trying to do with the whole Utes thing. It brought a lot of over from people from E in the initial to everybody's trying to catch the ball or catch something early, and it's just I think ultimately that was the goal, and the numbers showed that Utes actually the amount of users increased where the amount of sold had increased, and there was some kind of correlation, but ultimately it's nah, man, I freaking I really love this project. I do need to update my PF for my name because it shows at 33.3. I feel a little shameful right now, but hopefully I get back into them one day. But until then, and I know always till then, I'm gonna rock my clones, bro.
Let's go. It's hype, man. It's been a nice day today. It's wild, man. I come back from Tokyo, and Tokyo was nice and all, but now I'm driving through Venice, and I can truly appreciate being in LA, bro. There's nothing like the sights of LA. Nothing like driving down the street looking for a parking spot. You look over, think you found a little opening. Is that an opening? Nope. It's a dude taking a shit right there in public. Oh, my bad, bro. Didn't mean to stare at you when you was letting it go.
We missed
Gotta love
you.
LA.
Welcome to
Oh,
LA.
welcome to LA.
You're gonna get shit on your shoe. What's up,
Bro, that
Rose
just
J?
warmed my heart, bro. I feel so warm inside now.
Me too. Guys, I do need one question to be answered. What is the teleburn?
The what?
The who?
The who?
Okay, I have no idea. It's basically a new way of inscribing your NFT that exists on a different blockchain onto Bitcoin. Kuro, have you heard of that?
Yeah, they have something like Emblem Vault or whatever, and like I don't know. I'm not like I think Bitcoin native assets are cool. I think it's kind of like weird to burn something on one chain and throw it on another. It doesn't like it. It didn't have any value to begin with. Is like how I feel like people treat assets, right? So I don't know. I'm not bullish on it, to be honest.
Gotcha. I just don't understand what it is, or like, does it require you to burn the assets, or is it like creating a duplicate?
Yo, that's
I haven't
crazy. If
really
you burn,
checked it out, that service that you're talking about. Emblem burns the assets, so I don't know. I don't really like it.
that's crazy to burn an ETH NFT where there's actual volume and people using the ecosystem to go to somewhere where you have to put your name on a spreadsheet if you want to sell something.
You know what's funny
Makes no
is when
sense.
you like joke about doing it. You like tell everybody you're gonna do it, and you like fucking tweet about it. Like, I'm gonna burn my shit. Yeah.
Remember when that was the meta for like a week?
God,
Everybody was,
forgive us all.
dude, I posted Kuro's clone and said that I had just burned it to the Bitcoin blockchain. And it's like an edited version of Kuro's clone in a big ass like fur coat, dude. And everybody's like, "What the heck? Congrats, man!" Just such a blurry version of a clone. Like I didn't even know this clone was in the collection. I'm like, yeah, dude, super stoked to be on the Bitcoin blockchain, and I have my list, my name on a Google sheet if anybody wants to buy this.
Holy. Speaking of being a billboard, man, I'm out here. Season 1 wearables, CloneX hoodie, CloneX hat. I'm gonna go in there and be like, I have no idea what CloneX is. I just like the hoodie.
Can you just send us
You
a
see?
picture?
Oh, look at Polly try to sneak it like she ain't want to see it in the first place. I got you.
I do.
Jason in here because he will probably go snipe this motherfucker, but I'm staring really hard at this Murakami DNA skin vial.
Yo,
Well,
wait,
how much is it going for?
let's have a conversation.
9.
But well, these are all prices. Same with Dre trying to get the DNAs, the shoes, and the skin vials. These are all the same prices of multiple clones. So why do you guys think, I'm just going to raise it, it's going to be a controversial between clones. Why do you guys think that the play is to buy these side quests instead of just stacking more clones, which is what gave you these side quests?
He's
Oh, I
already
mean, I
got
think,
clones.
yeah, I mean, I have plenty of clones, but I mean, I think having this equipable, unequipable Murakami DNA skin vial that can go in basically anything that's going to be vial compatible ad infinitum into the future is worth it.
I like that answer.
I agree with Ellen.
But you got I mean shoes you're chasing, Dre. I see the vial point, the shoe.
Oh no, you would. I mean, if you know me, then you should see the shoes point. When it comes to shoes, bro, it doesn't have to make sense, right? Like it doesn't make sense to pay $10,000 for sneakers at all, ever, in any point in life. But sometimes you just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to follow through.
Sometimes the shit that don't make sense just makes sense, is all you're trying to say.
That's 100%. Like my man taking the shit out here in the corner. It don't make sense for him to do it, but sometimes you got to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, Los Angeles. Yeah, I love that.
Just like that.
It's the same way in San Francisco.
Just like that.
Just like that.
It's a Murakami clone that I want to get. Can I mortgage that like people are mortgaging these Azukis? I didn't even think about that.
Oh shit.
a low down payment and it would be
Like you can
mine.
get a clone for like 5-6 ETH right now, like almost the price of the DNA shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That is that. Might have to mortgage it. Yo, what can I mortgage these DNAs and then sell the NFT? Bust it off to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not thinking right, man. My hustle didn't turn down. It's my morals didn't turned up.
Yeah, I mean you could just start a shit coin, call it something crazy.
Just call it finesse. They'll know what they're getting into from the beginning, right? And it's like, you finesse and you jug. That's the way this shit goes, apparently, for
and
these
then
bombing people.
and then just catch the heat on the timeline and act surprised when your devs absolutely fucking rug your whole community.
Exactly.
What's up, Rose? We didn't get to say hi to you. What's up, subscribe? We didn't get to say hi to you either. No, it's dope. Both of you.
Oh wait,
Fucking
did he
dope.
speak? I couldn't tell if I was rugged, and he spoke.
I
No,
thought
he
I was
was just
rug too.
messing with us like
Oh
you
no, I
were.
just couldn't unmute in time. But hello.
Rug times two.
I just caught you off guard. Had your hand up earlier, and then we like kept
Oh, only
talking.
because I saw Baron on stage too. I had to ask Compound for your wallet, Baron, because I wanted to send you art. I sent you my Pepe watercolor, so it's in your hidden folder because I minted on Polygon.
You should have, like, the moment that Compound and I were standing in that artifact world in the wherever the party was, and then we like noticed, we like, let's take a picture in front of her art, and then it like started changing and shit. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
That ETH has been so like expensive, so I have a way to mint on Polygon on a friend's like community contract. So minted a whole bunch of like it's an animated watercolor. Been testing those out, so it's fun.
So this piece is inspired by the Pepe meme. I like the color concept in it.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
had
please pin it?
Yeah, I'll pin it. It's free, so anybody wants it, just drop me your wallet and I'll send it to you. It's fun.
Yeah, it's dope. So the video, so it's a video, and you did the watercolor, and then you used AI to kind of show the process. Is that what this is?
Yeah, I painted it a watercolor, and then I have a way where I take pictures of my finished piece. Actually, I do in between pictures too, and then the AI just kind of does like this frame interpolation. I don't know, to animate it, so it looks like it's blooming. I think it looks like a dream, like it's transitions from one to the next. It looks really good in the metaverse, though. So I was thankful to have it included in that party. But yeah, I've been posting in my personal gallery just for fun because you can make it huge. But yeah, it's just a different take on how to, I guess, leverage my art, which is really cool. Trying to push the boundaries a little and learn AI and different tools. But this one was for fun because a bunch of my friends in the B card community happened to buy Pepe um, coins because one of our friends was minting on Manifold, and you can buy using Pepe on Manifold for art. And so we wanted to support him and his art. So all of us were like, I don't have any Pepe. Let's go get Pepe. And this was like around, I don't know, forget how many decimal points, 0.000, like 42 or something, about a week ago, maybe. So that just kind of got a bunch of us into Pepe. And then, yeah, we've been making like Pepe related art. So I wanted to throw one in there just for fun. And I try to paint pretty, but Pepe is not that pretty. So I had to find a way to try to sneak him in there somehow. So if you can see it, I guess we're going to make it with Pepe.
Is Pepe well bought way back when, a few zeros ago. She's a sleeper, y'all. She's a Pepe well. She's gonna be buying all your clones up. It's actually at 900 market cap right now. So it's funny, a lot of these projects are allowing you to pay with Pepe. Like Goblin Town is currently having like a secondary mint where they awarded the top 1,000 worst traders. They took the data from OpenSea, and the people who made the least amount of money and were the worst traders, I think, are the top 1,000 allow list. Is how it's working. And you get 50% off if you pay with Pepe. So what's funny is that they want your Pepe. They see they have a vision. They want to stack it, right. Like if they're allowing you to pay with it, like that's a big deal. That's kind of cool. Don't use your Pepe,
Well,
Rose.
that was the thing. We got it because it was so cheap. We're like, ha, it's going to be like 4,000, I don't know, 40,000 Pepe for this friend's art. So let's go do it. And then it starts mooning, and we're like, all right, stop using Pepe to pay. Let's just put it on Polygon. Literally like 2 cents for me to transfer this art to people who would want it versus, tens of dollars at this point, $20 even for ETH art. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so high right now.
Yo, Rose or Kaz, it actually might. It's at 900 million market cap. It could hit a billy tonight. So that's crazy. You got
It just missed. It got to like 970. I mean, pretty much there.
Oh yeah, I see. Popped up.
Pull back. Yeah, that thing's ridiculous, bro. And trust me, like the more people want to shut it because it's Pepe Cash, the higher the shit goes. That's meme culture. The more they think it's ridiculous, those guys will go make deals, like spend it in places and have a real use case, and just piss people the fuck off. Just like Elon fucking backdoored and pissed everybody off. Like that's the game. Like if you don't like it, we'll back it even harder. You know, that's meme culture. So the more they shun it, it could go again. You know, it's just the way it is in this game.
Yeah, that's cool. I grabbed like 1 billion Pepe a bit ago, and it wasn't too much money at all. So I'm just chilling on it. And what, like, how many zeros did Doge have when you first started buying Doge? Cause like, well, few zeros.
A bazillion, yeah, it's down there like fractions of a fucking penny. Yeah, it's at 23, 27 sats in January when Bitcoin is I think like 900 there, you know, and then obviously Bitcoin comes down to fucking off a cliff. But yeah, these things are fucking like, you know, subatomic particles back then.
That's crazy. I actually love seeing these meme coins come back. That's actually what got me onto Ethereum right before I was just buying and selling Bitcoin. And the 2021 like shitcoin summer or early year of 2021, anything and everything was pumping, and leading up to Vitalik sending Shiba overseas, and that whole section of the year was just extremely fun, this space. But that's really what kind of brought me on to Ethereum, which led me to NFTs. Was that before I was too much of a maxi? But so seeing this come back is kind of cool to see everybody get excited again about something. Ooh, I thought I just saw someone come up.
I think whales capitulated the FUD cycle, man. Like the whole tone of like NFT Twitter has shifted since that guy's horseshit went up in smoke.
It's like everybody.
You're welcome.
Everybody just saw through his bullshit.
That rat DNA boy.
Yo, Kiro's been on a full blown psyops lately. He switched to a bean destructively, and then he's been in them Azuki group chats. He's trying to onboard clones. He wants the two ecosystem. He wants bean holders to hold clones and vice versa. So he's on a mission. He's on the mission that Ilan has been on since the inception of Azuki. Ilan's like the biggest.
Bean holders should definitely hold as many clones as we can possibly get into that ecosystem. I mean, to me, dude, like Azuki and Artifact, I mean, they're on this sort of different mission. Like they're on this different sort of trajectory, but they're side by side, man, and they're both up and to the right. And as far as like if this Web3 thing is gonna actually be a fucking thing, like these are the two that I want to ride with, and Kuro says this shit all the time, and I can't agree more. Like he's picked his winners, and it seems pretty fucking clear, just based on mission vision, how meticulous things are being worked out. I mean, I think that the only mark to my mind against CloneX, and it's the same thing, and not to my mind, but this is a mark that the space has sort of against Azuki is. Or the inverse is like CloneX the lads just came out too hard, man. They had this they had this crazy vision about all this shit that they wanted to do, and they were able to put that shit in play so quickly, and they they rode that just like insane tidal wave. Instead of going a little bit methodically. And I think they learned a lot from that, for sure. I mean, I think we've seen it in their behavior recently. I think that they've sort of come around to how much more kind of fun it can be with a little bit more community facing activities, instead of just like pumping the community with new and different shit, it's like, just vibe with the community a little bit. And so they're sort of wading into those waters, especially with like sneakers, because each one has like their sort of area expertise and what they're like all a fucking about, and they dovetail so nicely with one another, and that's what makes fucking Artifacts so rad. But I mean, they just came out of the fucking gate swinging, and because they could, and that I mean, it was super attractive and rad because it was like they were dropping all this innovative and crazy fucking shit, and everybody was losing their fucking minds. And that definitely gave us that dopamine hit. But then like the lag time sort of started setting in, and there's like the execution side was a little bit long in the tooth on some shit, and it's like, people aren't patient. I am, because I don't give a fuck, and I like, I'm in this shit like for the long run. Like if like I said, if Azuki and Artifact like go belly up, then I'm out. Like it's been a good run, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know what I mean? I think that from here on out, I mean, and this is the learnings, right? Like this is sort of the learnings of the space, and something that I've really been paying very close attention to with this team is that how they've sort of evolved from this just this fucking, I don't know, like this fucking quasar, like this just bundle of fucking pure energy that like exploded onto the scene. Essentially after the acquisition, because obviously at first, like at the very, very beginning, there were some hiccups and whatnot. But I mean, essentially, once they sort of got traction, that it was just an absolute explosion of innovation, and what they were doing and their vision and what they're pushing out. And like, I always talk about the Quest, but that was like a huge one for me. But whenever they, the merging worlds aspect of it was going to take time, you know what I mean? And like, they were just so caught up in like rolling all of this amazing shit out that I don't think that they really accounted for the time, that it was going to take. And they may have, I mean, they may have sort of turned their minds to it, but they didn't know like the sort of herd mentality of the space was going to be like sort of give up on them. You know what I mean? Like there are the diehards. There are many of us that have stuck around from, even from like the very beginning of Mint, and then those that sort of came there soon thereafter, and those that joined up during, the bull run shit. Is like, there are a lot of us that stuck around because we realize this fucking shit is going to be absolutely insane. And as it sort of develops, especially now, man, as we sort of see the everything sort of come to fruition, and sort of the vision really get activated in the merging world aspect. It's like, I mean, how can you not be hella fucking bullish, man? I have no idea how you can be bullish. I mean, I've been bullish all along, but I mean, it's even more so, especially talking to Dre. Like whenever that shit snapped in my head, like the whole supply chain thing, that was just like, that was a fucking eureka moment for sure for me. It's like, oh, this is way fucking bigger than just like an NFT project. And with the Zuki, like they've been going super methodically through the cultivation of culture. And I mean, a lot of people, they get sort of dogged on for how slow they're going. You know what I mean? Like it's very, very different from the Artifact crew, where they came out and it was like just super rapid pace. Like Zuki just, I mean, they went slow. Like they brought beans out, and now they're sort of doing that. I mean, the you can see the method to what they're doing, but it's slow. And I mean, that you lose people, but they built such a incredible culture from the jump that you didn't have a ton of people kind of, it's core community sort of turn on them, whereas like, I don't know, I mean, like when you come out swinging like Artifact did, It's hard to tell who's core and who's not, right? Because everyone's just riding this crazy wave and everyone's vibing and it's fucking insane. And I mean, you're having really, too much fun. You haven't faced really any adversity, and you're just like, everyone's surfing this massive tidal wave. And it's a fucking blast. But then like a little adversity hits or expectations don't match. Sometimes, and that's whenever you see who the real core is. But I think that these two communities are definitely the strongest communities, and they're very different in their makeup. And that's cool. Like that's what makes them each attractive in their own way. And I think that that's super important for the space, as far as like having that diversity in the space. Like people can come to the space for different reasons and find their niche in different places, and that's that makes for a vibrant and resilient overarching culture. So yeah, these two are definitely it for me, and fucking can't wait to see what comes next in Vegas, and what comes next with Artifact. I mean, they're definitely fucking spring loaded. Like we've been talking about all the IRL merch that we have, and I got my box today, so I'm fucking super stoked about that. I didn't get a ton of stuff because all my stuff was drip stuff, but I
Post
got.
that shit.
Yeah, all
Post
right.
it.
Yeah, I actually like just got it. The missus brought. I'm not staying at my house. I'm staying at a different house. So the missus brought the box from the other house. But all I really got in my box was a bunch of Genesis tees and socks, and I'm waiting for all my drip stuff. So, um, but yeah, no, like I think Debbie was saying, it's like we are now proper IRL brand ambassadors, and I think that's super rad for a fucking brand. You know what I mean? Whenever you have tastemakers out in the public wearing the fits and having people kind of be like, oh, I kind of heard a little bit about that. Didn't LeBron wear those shoes? What the fuck? And yeah, you're like, fuck yeah. And so you connect and you're able to relay that information. Like we have so much information about the space in this project that is ready to just get absolutely exploded out onto people. And Dragon Compound did a wonderful job at that today for sure.
Everybody in here is an ambassador, bro. Everybody in here can educate. I think I got trust in everybody who comes through it daily, and all the people who are here through the Bear, all the people over in CloneX Classic with Kaz, all the people here in Bad Take, all ambassadors of Web3 out here, and helping to rebuild this culture, dude. And if you see someone someone interested, like, yeah, and you don't have the information, you just send them to one of us, send them to somebody with the information if they're interested in any of this shit, bro. I think we put all our powers and skills together, dude. We have quite the CloneX community out here in general. So
We were getting hundreds of clones to finally sync up on this. It's actually having a real culture, man. Like across, like what we're both doing. And like I said, we're helping people over here to get like businesses start with your clones and shit. We keep doing this between here, and finally you have like a global atmosphere of like what clones can do, and people can see this. And you guys are in Japan. It's definitely gone from a US centric to like a more global type of community, which is what it needs to be. So I think we're doing good.
I actually am in contact with this one of these new clones. He's an Azuki holder as well. Gianu, you probably know, Elena. He just bought a few clones, some really dope Octo hats. He's running these type of spaces, but in that time zone, right? In China and Japan and CloneX Taiwan time zones. And he reached out to me. I told him, bro, anything you need, help, guidance of any way, it's super important. He said that they're currently rebuilding CloneX Greater China. They've lost a lot of people to the bear, kind of had some fractures. They're rebuilding it. But I reached out to him last night to ask how the sentiment was over there, right? It's a whole different world, bro. There's hundreds and hundreds, thousands of holders over there. He said sentiment is good. They're rebuilding CloneX Greater China as a brand. He's hosting spaces with OG, I believe, like OG and Taiwan Swagger doing spaces. But that's important as well. It's a huge time zone and area that's super important. And I told them any resources they need from us, any help they need from us to better their situation there and get their morale and communities together there, just reach out, right? So, and that's what's going to take is a global effort. We got probably have a clone in nearly every country. Like that's the kind of cool thing is it's worldwide. I could probably go. We already know we can go to Tokyo, and we have like a community there that'll show us around. We know that. You could go to Dubai. There's CloneX Dubai. You can go to there's South America, like Brazil. I know has clones. Like you can go damn near anywhere and tap into the community and kind of have some people that you share similar interests with that will show you around. That's kind of a dope thing about this project. They're all like that, but like that's kind of when you have 20,000 clones, you can have more holders, you can have a bigger reach. You know, we got Animus coming that can bring in more people to the community. Like, yeah, bro, we're at the very, very beginning of some big shit here in Web3 and CloneX, in my opinion.
Hey, comp, I'm gonna take off, but just want to say shout out to everybody that's been putting in the effort for the last 4 weeks because it's really notable, really huge shift to be that fast. I think we keep doing it and supporting, the infrastructure and culture globally where we can. They really can't take this thing back apart again. Flooders don't really have an avenue in if everybody's informed that we're all like, gang. So good shit, y'all. I'll
Hey,
catch up with you guys.
appreciate you, bro. Congrats again.
Thanks, man. Catch up with y'all. See ya.
Let's kill it. But yeah, oh look at Dre. Dre came up here, shield his picture up top, and then bounce. Let's go. I told him he's gonna start a drip challenge, like show your drip as everybody's getting their gear. Like take some pictures with it, and then we'll get it all over the timeline. You know what I mean? We're gonna start running more community challenges and make sure that we keep this shit active on the timeline. We're gonna have some bad take tags, some bad take shit too. Like we were talking earlier is anything you create or put on the timeline, you can use the hashtag by any means. We're working on some renders with Kuro right now. By any means create a revolution by any means, right? We want to empower creators. We give you a hashtag to fucking throw it out there, so that we can find it. But yeah, by any means, we will push this creator revolution. Am I right, Kuro?
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just responding to Nomics. I'm just putting something in. I don't know why do people send crazy messages and DMs to people. Um, you know, people might think I don't like Nomics, but it's just I don't see his other accounts posts on the timeline. Otherwise, I'd be retweeting them furiously. Um, it's just like I retweet all the beans and the Azukis and all the clones. Uh, at a point, people need to stop doing weird shit. And I know your alt's in here, bro, and I know you're listening. And I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come in here and listen and not come up. But, you could come up. We're not fucking... I'm not going to do it last time. I'm not going to take any food out of anyone's mouth. I'm not going to do anything crazy again. I promise. Just come up and talk. Not
Somebody
you,
different, right? I don't know who you're
but you
talking
can come
about.
up and talk. Yeah, you guys don't need to know who I'm talking about. They know who I'm talking about. I'm only talking to them.
Oh, well, shit. Well, let's welcome Jonah. What's up, Jonah?
What's going on?
Bro, what's the news, dude? They got some soccer player put some shoes on and everybody's all pumped out about it. I don't know what happened. Some clones were in some video games. I don't know anything about that. If that's everybody's doing that, right? The custom GTA stuff, but this is pretty dope, bro. I want to see more of that, dude. I want to make it easier, actually.
I would like to see clones animated for TikTok.
Yo, dude, I feel like
Did you end up having to pay more the next day?
I just decided I was like, whatever, it's what it is. I was so bitter about it. I just fuck it.
What happened? What happened?
I wanted. I didn't buy the low. I was like, oh, the clones could go lower, and then they were like, yo, but we got LeBron. I'm like, all right, well, whatever, fair enough.
Yo, that's why I've been telling everybody. I was sitting here fucking saying,
I thought it would go to 2
everybody,
because I believed the thread writer, and he said it was going to 2.
yo, That Red Rider got people wrecked, right? We don't let them slide
He
anymore on the
said
timeline.
shit was going to 2. I was like, well, that guy hasn't missed yet. I'm gonna take his advice and wait till it's around like 2.3. And
Yo,
yeah, well,
this is the greatest psyop I've ever run in my life, man. This is.
Yeah,
I said that for months to fucking throw people off while fucking I collected assets, and now look at where we're at. And I'm
dude,
still not gonna sell.
everybody's sitting there watching Ethereum last June or whatever touch 800 or get close to 800, and they're all like, "No, I'm waiting for 500." When clones were like in 2s and 3s, everybody, "Oh, I'm waiting for 1." Like, bro, sometimes you can never like you can't always catch the bottom. But
Bro,
it's
it's
all right,
just like
dude.
I caught the bottom of of Jonah's project. Yo, bro, I fucking turned up so hard. Yo, thank you so much, bro, for that opportunity to mint. Cause like, yo, I ended up with a fucking pretty like nice one right now. And then like I ended up with a 12 a.m. pass and some other shit. And it's like all off of fucking this guy's project. Like that's how you provide value to people, man. And people don't get that still. They
did you do
just
the
still
giveaway we
keep
had
fading
today?
shit.
I think you might have missed the one today. But I started it on
I
Monday,
missed the
but
one today.
I gave away 30 passes to Sparkadia. I just got off the phone an hour ago. I can give you alpha here because it's a small enough space. But there's a group called
Whoa.
there's a group called Army of Fortune. They haven't announced it yet, but they've raised over $50 million, and they only have 1,000 followers on Twitter. And the guys who started it are the original founders of Supercell, which is one of the biggest mobile gaming companies in the world. And
They do Bastion and another one,
they've done a
like an
ton of them,
old game.
like Clash. They're not
Yeah.
Clash, Blast. It's something Royale. I'm forgetting the name, but it's got millions of players. And yeah, I was like, oh wow, you raised 50 million and you have like no followers. And like, well, we do. We just haven't told people yet. I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, yeah, we've been building animated characters on TikTok for the last year, and both of those profiles have 2 million followers each on TikTok. And they're going to be in a Web3 game, and they're Web3 characters. People just don't know it yet. So it's like, oh, okay. I was like, so they are the first Web3 game to reach mass market on TikTok, and you guys won't. Well, Twitter won't know about it at least for a few weeks, probably. But we got 5 spots to beta test that, and then we're seeing if we can do something deeper with them. But they're cool. I was I haven't held my own space to talk about this because some people think I'm like rugging because I don't have PFPs out yet. I'm just gonna be honest and say I did not like the art that I've seen thus far, and it's partially my fault because it looks a little too much like Azuki, and I wanted to go back to the drawing board. And before doing that, I wanted to see if I can raise some money. And I've talked to some venture capitalists, and it looks like that is a strong possibility. I do have my own funds, and there are funds in the company, but I'd rather use those funds to spend on content and like initiatives than spend it on PFPs because we're already in a down market anyway. And when I release the PFPs, they won't be a high floor price anyway, just because the market is not good. So it's better to just reinvest it in the content for now. Look at this new art style. Look and see if I can do something like these guys are doing on TikTok, because honestly, it's fucking genius. And the biggest thing is, I wish it was a 3D collection that I originally did, because we're in gaming, and if I did a 2D PFP, which I have now, like I can't use those in games. So I felt like I missed the mark on that. So that's why they're not out yet. But I'm not quitting, and in fact, we've just started making some money on brand and partnerships. So it's going well.
That's dope, bro. I kind of want to understand what they're doing on TikTok more. You have a video you can send me? I was looking at
It's
one of our creators,
frog the
Cam.
something. If you put frog underscore, you'll find one of these animated characters. Frog the something. Forgetting the last part of it. Frog underscore something. And it's an animated frog that does like funny daily life shit.
I wanna,
Is
yeah.
it like is it a Pepe though?
It doesn't look like
Is
a
it a
Pepe. It looks just like another type of animated frog, but it's a frog and it does some like interesting animated shit.
Well, we have a lot of creators
Hold
doing
on,
some crazy
give me a
shit. We
sec.
have
I'll
this,
look right now. Give me a sec.
yeah, send it. I'm sure there's somebody doing something on TikTok, but we have this guy named Cam. I pinned it at the top. He built a whole app
It's
that
frog
does like an
underscore
AR
Pikeman.
frog pike man
Frog
on
underscore
TikTok.
Pikeman. Yeah, on TikTok. Pikeman.
Let's go to Cram while I type this in. I know he had his hand up.
Oh yeah, no, I had popped up because I saw Jonah. He was mentioning he was going to enter at like 2 ETH, and I did see a clone sell for like 2.05 on Blur. So it did happen. They did hit
Yeah,
two.
that was the
They just bounced so quick,
yeah.
like most people missed it. So
That was the
Well,
bottom of the bottom.
Yeah, but they front ran
so
themselves.
if you guys know,
That transaction, they front ran themselves. They were testing their shit. Because I think what they're gonna start trying to do is like pull like whatever liquidity they're providing on whatever collection. I just hope that like Blur reaches out to the collections first, because I'm gonna suggest to our founders that they don't allow it. Like honestly, I don't want beans in this Blur shit either too. Or the eggs or the Animus eggs. I don't think these collections are well suited for it. It's some people are saying it's good, but I don't believe anything about fucking Blur is good, because they're basically testing for future commodities markets, right? Like for tokenized commodities. I'll definitely do business with them because I'm in the commodities business, with like a meat processing business, right? But I'm not doing that for my JPEGs. They can kiss my ass on that one.
Cram. So that 2.05 clone Kazanomics that was just in here, I remember seeing a post from one of his community members. He was the one who grabbed that 2.05, and then they ended up buying like 30 clones from there back up to like the 2.3s. But I remember seeing the guy's post that he grabbed that 2.05, the literal bottom, because they attacked that shit as a community. Man, imagine grabbing the
Wait, so
fucking
he's the
bottom.
one that used the Eden node to front run that transaction?
Well, I'm not sure about the transaction. I just remember seeing the clone on the timeline.
Yo, that guy's a savage, bro. We
Yeah,
gotta
dude.
get him in here
But
so
yeah, that's what they're
to
saying. Like
test it.
you wait for the clones to go to 1 ETH, and then you have like people who were waiting for them to hit 2, or they decided to hit them 2, right? And they all fucking smashed it, and then it just never gonna touch. There were a lot of people waiting for 1 ETH, though. Jonah was right, and there were thread writers who were swearing it would go to 1 ETH.
Because
It
they
was
were
just like the
because
worst
well,
kind of
to be fair, like they showed an image that would indicate the thing would drop like a brick. There was like one.
No, we're talking.
You're
just talking about Whale and
Yeah,
NFT
Whale
statistics,
had a
bro. It was
photo.
ridiculous.
Whale had a
Oh
photo
no, bro.
of
Here we
like an
go.
insane bid wall where like it was like one sale away from like dropping an ETH and a half, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait for that shit to
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah, Jonah,
Whale has
he's
been
damaged, bro.
discredited since
Yeah,
then,
he's
bro.
damaged, dude.
He's
He's
been
damaged.
completely discredited. He caused
That
20 people to panic sell, bro. He caused you to miss your bottom and buy a clone. That wallet with all those bids had an extra fucking. I'll send a thread.
Dude,
Kaz wrote a good
Jonah.
thread on
I
it.
didn't know we had to look out for Jonah like
Oh,
this. I guess we'll have to
Yeah,
send
wait,
him a
dang it,
note.
man.
hold on. Jonah, the wallet that had that bid wall had 100+ clones in it. So do you think him pulling the bid wall on the floor going down was beneficial to his own
I
bag?
had
Like
no
that
idea.
makes no
I
sense.
thought that was
I
just the
know.
whole. I thought that was the whole dashboard for all of CloneX on Blur. I'm like,
Yep.
holy fuck, this thing's done.
That was the
No.
problem. That
It
was the
was
whole
a
problem. Sorry, go ahead, compound. I'm getting
that's
fired up,
why.
bro. You're getting me fired up.
Yeah, see, that's why we all got onto Well, because he was spreading that misinformation. It was a bad screenshot that was taken at like the worst time of Blur. Like that wasn't the actual bid wall at the time at all. He just shared the worst thing he could find, spread a bunch of misinformation about clones, caused a bunch of panic sells, like 15, 20 clones sold after that, into the bid wall of the guy who's stacking clones. He sold into that guy's bid
It'd
wall,
be genius if
and
he
that guy
bought
already.
in, and that was like the whole thing. That'd be smart as fuck.
Yeah, well, we called him out for his misinformation. We called him out for causing like fear mongering clones to panic sell. Now I'm gonna call him out for making Jonah scared to buy a clone, missing the bottom. But it was a thread. Go read that thread, bro, and see how much heat he got for that
Oh
misinformation.
my
It was
gosh.
so bad, dude.
It's so bad, Jonah. Like literally, this is one or two entities, one or two people with 300 or 400 clones manipulating the floor down to get people to capitulate into his bid wall so that he could snipe the Grail clones at a discount. Dude,
I'll share the thread.
oh
I'll
my
share
gosh.
Kaz's thread at the
Yeah, dude,
top.
it's so crazy, man.
If this
Jonah, you gotta
guy's
get in here,
staying in
man.
the project though, if he's staying in the project though, guy picked up some clones on a great play.
Yeah, thank you, Well, for
That's what
getting
I'm saying. It
him
could be
all
it
those
could be a
cheap
it
ass
could be a
clones.
5-dimensional move. It could have been like
I
the whole
hope
thing.
we, yeah.
It could have
Okay.
been, for
I
all we
hope
know, it
they're
could have been his
connected.
wallet.
I hope they're connected, and then
Secretly Polish.
there's a manipulation charge. Like you can, oh, we got some market manipulation with this tweet right here.
Guys,
Yeah,
Sounds
it
like
I
doesn't.
the
have
It
a
next
doesn't
clone.
apply to
question.
Germany though.
He's
That
going to
does
be at the
that rule
next
doesn't
CloneX
apply to
event.
Germany.
He's going to CloneX
So
LA.
Okay,
yo, bro,
question.
we'll invite him with open hands.
Kuro,
What's
please.
up,
I
Polly?
just need to put the kids to bed, but I have a question to Jonah. Did you know this game? It's called the Game of Life.
The board game or the real life game?
It was created by a mathematician. What was his name, Marvin?
John Conway.
John Conway. Google it.
Yeah, I've played Life, the board game.
Oh, it's the board game. So what do
I
you
mean, I
think
don't
of
know. Is
it?
there another game? Is it not that game?
Is it the board game?
Well, Conway's Game of Life is basically where there's this infinite grid, and the squares that are lit up, either yellow or some other color, are equals alive, and when they're not lit up, they're dead. or inanimate. You can say inanimate.
So is it that
Your kid's
game?
going to Harvard. How old is your kid to be saying the word
What?
inanimate?
6. I'm 6.
Oh my God,
Six.
we're done.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Also,
I'm
I want
6.
to tell you something.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So there's this Roblox game called Doors, and did you know there's actually secret tiers? You can get them under the courtyard map. If you somehow glitch under there, I don't know how you could glitch under there, but if you somehow do, then you might find Sears.
So he's been to
I'm going to
the...
try that.
Do you actually understand, Marvin?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. I'm surprised that he
Yeah,
knows. I'm surprised that he
that's
knows,
super
but I
smart.
do know what he's talking about. Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
What?
There's Roblox.
Oh,
Doors
he
has
definitely knows
secret
how to glitch down.
tiers. Yeah,
Joe, I know
if you
there's a lot of secret like hidden doors in Roblox, and they're adding a few new things to a couple of those worlds in a few months. And my sister's favorite game is the Animal Hospital role playing game, the simulator game.
No, but I have to tell you, if you go under the map, well, somewhere there's a T-posing figure indoors. If you glitch out the map, there's a T-posing figure.
I'm gonna have to
Um,
find it. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, well, I'll look.
okay, I'm gonna go put them to bed. And Jonah, when you described your sister's favorite game, I asked Marvin if he knows it, and he said no.
Oh well, I guess it's not the favorite game for the boys, but I'll have to check out the game he's playing on Roblox.
Yo, we all just became exit liquidity to this
He said
6-year-old
inanimate
genius.
at the age of 6. It's very impressive.
He said,
Outdoors.
And he used it in proper context.
or you can say inanimate.
Oh, hey guys, do you know the first poem I made him learn by heart was Eve by Rudyard Kipling. We nailed it like around 2.5.
Follow me, Marvin.
Can you recite it for us?
What was the name of the life inventor that he brought up? Kramer? I want to Google this.
Jim Kramer.
Yeah, Jimmy boy. All right, well that made my night.
Thank you for sharing, Polly. He's smart, man. Yo, John, I put a little thread up there. This was kind of Nomics identifying this kind of market maker, and then Well went on to kind of mislead everybody by taking a terrible screenshot. Kind of didn't give any credit to any of the original research that was done, and it's kind of crazy that you've come up here now and said that actual thread made you not want to touch them, right?
I
Because
like
that's what
Wally.
we were
He's got
pissed
a
off
lot of
about.
exposure. Like he's got a lot of reach in this bubble of Twitter. because one, he's consistent. Two, he knows how to play the game, and three, he's
The
an
game.
Azuki representative, so he's got a boost across three different verticals, and so I see everything he posts.
Yeah. I mean, liking him and whether or not he spreads misinformation are two different things. Like he's been pretty biased lately, and that's what we were calling him on, especially when he's posting.
Did he mean it though, or was
When
it
he's
just a mistake?
Oh, dude, I'll send you his comments, and yeah, you let me know what he meant. I'll send you exactly everything. He knows what he was doing too, man.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that he knew that what was actually happening in the market, but he capitalized on a timely screenshot that
Yeah, exactly.
fit his biased narrative, and then he pushed it hard. He's already been pushing it for months, like sell clones, there's no reason to hold them.
Sell him,
And
sell
then
him. Yep.
yeah, so, yeah. And so then he saw this, and it was just like everybody's like, "Whoa!" And they're just taking it at face value. And then he, kind of arrogantly and ironically, ignorantly said, if you don't understand this, I can't help you." Basically, like talking down to everybody for being stupid. Basically saying that they're stupid if they don't get it. When he actually didn't get it, I'm not convinced that he understood exactly what was going on and why the floor was being pushed down so hard.
I mean, my only thing is like, I don't, to what advantage would he have to hurt
Well,
your
here,
project?
I
That's what I don't
pinned
know. Like, I could see
I
if he made a
pinned it to
mistake,
the
but
top.
I don't know. It's not like the Azukis are competing with Artifact, that they're not even the same brand goal.
Yeah, it's there's market share though, right? They have similar things. That's not the in question, right? I pinned what we're talking about to the top. Underneath his post where he was telling everybody to sell um CloneX, there's one market maker between the bottom, right? Like making people fearful from touching it and making people sell it. Like you even yourself didn't touch it. Go like what I pinned to the top were his comments telling people, one thing from the floor and zero, sell your CloneX now. There's no reason to hold it. Like that's the shit we were upset about, and that's the shit we confronted him about. Like this, the way that you portrayed this information, which was wrong in the first place, as such a big name, as a representative of Azuki, and then the comments that you posted underneath it was absolutely like dereliction of your duty and like irresponsible as an influence of your size and an employee of Azuki. Like that was our big like problem with it. It's all been kind of handled and we've all talked about it now on the timeline, but it's
He
just
even apologized too, right? He came into Discord. To be fair, he showed up, right? And he even apologized and said how after talking to us, he could see how it was biased and it was actually misleading once he had more context. But he never said that to the people who saw the tweet and were
never went
misguided.
back.
He
Yeah, he
never went
came
and corrected
into like a
anything.
private Discord and told us like, yeah, I'm sorry, like I understand how it can hurt. It could have hurt the CloneX thing, and I have like this responsibility. But he never went back to his original post and said, "Hey guys, I know this screenshot was a little misleading, and I went on to go say this, this, and this, which could have like led on a financial decision." He never corrected that on the timeline, and that was my issue. But yeah, let's move on.
Why does it say
Jonah,
dot
just
swoosh in his name?
yeah, tell me about that, right? I don't know. Dot Swoosh is a different entity than Artifact,
Yeah,
so
but it's all under the same company.
they're doing a hell of a job too, doubling down right now. The 1-2 punch, Dot Swoosh onboarding people through Polygon and custodial wallets, and then Artifact getting shoes on LeBron. Like it's all kind of hitting all at the same time. Like it's pretty impressive, honestly.
I think the best way they could increase the floor, like if there's a dot swoosh market executive listening, if you wanna, there's one combo move that you could make to push the floor of CloneX through the roof and also get initial vendors on swoosh, and that would be anyone who owns a CloneX gets a special vendor status on swoosh. So you guys get like advanced access to some drops that you can buy, maybe at a wholesale rate or at market rate, and then you guys have the opportunity to flip it within reason. Because I think if you like try to flip it for thousands of dollars when it maybe shouldn't have that value, they should throttle that a little bit in order to get more normal users. But if it can give some sort of franchise style license on the dot swoosh marketplace, and they announced dot swoosh as like their answer to StockX, then I don't see why the CloneX wouldn't push back up to like 10 ETH, because you're effectively saying this is a for the life of the NFT, franchise license, and maybe they make you sign like a sub license as the owner of that. And when you transfer that NFT out to another person, then they have to do a recontract signing or something like that. Is that making sense? It's like a soulbound sort of.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's brilliant, because it would be like a soul-bound contractual obligation to give you those perks, and then it could also help them with the regulatory stuff in the U.S. too, because they would have a certain amount of KYC, so they would be able
That's
to
exactly what I'm
kind
saying.
of.
You could use the CloneX and almost like transfer them into the Swoosh marketplace as vendors, but in order to get the vendor utility, you have to KYC AML. And if you transfer it out of a soulbound Swoosh wallet or that key, then the contract is null and void, and the next owner has to re KYC.
That's actually kind of brilliant, man. Like, a lot of the stuff that I do that I don't talk about is with on-chain license and stuff in sync now.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
like I learned this with like private market shares. So like we invested in one company that has what are called pre-IPO shares, and I had no idea because I was like super new to this. I found out that if I didn't want to sell the pre-IPO shares on like a secondary private market, I could find someone else who's like approved and transfer the contract and sell the contract itself, not just the shares, and then they can receive the shares. But they go through like a center like regulator to review the transfer, and I don't see why we couldn't like why do these have to be public shares? Why can't these be looked at as like pre-IPO shares, which are in a way a security, but they go through very specific contract enabling processes in order to like follow the law. Like for example, the security aspect of the token doesn't activate until the KYC is initiated. Other than that, it's just a speculative JPEG. That's like for retail merch.
That would actually be like a super good option for them, especially because like I know like I can't remember what the name of the fucking project was, but they got fucking shut down for some crazy shit because they sold shares to private equity group and stuff, and then they were as an NFT, and then those NFTs were sold to people privately that didn't KYC, and they got screwed for that.
That's why I don't want to go past 1,000 NFTs in my project, because I'm like 10,000 sounds like a nightmare. I'm happy with my 1,000 and just like keep the 1,000 good. Like I think when you get into the business of having to constantly sell NFTs rather than having a fine set of NFTs that do a specific thing, you end up in like this trap that you can't really get out of unless you're someone of the size of Nike. Because once you start servicing 10,000 people and you only make $100 a month, you're gonna fail. But if you have only 1,000 or 100 to 1,000 NFTs, but you make maybe 10,000 a month, then it's actually quite easy or relatively reasonable to service while you go find other customers.
I have to agree, because even with my comic book project, I only have 1,000 passes, so that's only like 1,000 people I have to deal with. I don't have to deal with fucking 10,000 people, because you read the timeline all the time. Like, some of these people are like extra irrational. Like, they're not even joking about being irrational. They just
No, they're dead
wake up
serious.
and
They're just fucked up in the head.
yeah, they literally are. Like, they're threatening people on the internet. They're doing all the craziest shit I've ever seen. Um, and it's kind of wild because like you know it's kind of cool that there are companies that can deal with it. Like, fortunately, Artifact was lucky enough to have a lot of the staff that they had. Even like people don't give Randy enough credit, but like that Discord when it was like first pumping was like, bro, that place was fucking insane.
Which Discord?
The Artifact Discord had like 300,000 people in it, bro. It was madness.
Yo, how do you even manage a Discord with that many people in it, bro? Without it going fucking crazy. Oh no.
I'm just gonna shoot it. Let's see what happens here, man.
No. Oh, dude, what's up, Jake?
Yo, what's up, guys? How we doing? We'll be up. What we doing? What sort of bad takes are we doing today or tonight? I always say GM because that's my standard greeting for everybody. How are we doing, Ribbit?
We've had some terrible bad takes. What's your bad take of the night?
Artifact is going to 0.
No, that's a good take, bro. Bad take's going to 0 as well. You got to get on board with that.
No, dude. You guys are OGs. I've been eyeing Artifact for a while. Just need to hit the buy button. But every time I just try to hit the buy button, I say, okay, I'll come back tomorrow, and then I try to see it. The floor just goes down even more. So then I just, I don't know what to do. I just want to buy it, but like the next day it just goes down, and then it goes down, and then it goes down.
I got a good idea. Just find like a really, really influential thread writer, and then just follow everything that he says. He will definitely not get you wrecked at all. That's like the best way you could go about things.
No, yeah. What I'm trying to do now is just looking at Blur, and then I'm trying to tweak with the Blur loans and stuff. Thinking of getting one for like 0.02 ETH and just rent it for a day and see what's up. Ribbit.
Rent Azuki for that? I don't think you can rent a clone yet. We're not on the Blur. It's the Azukis and the Miladies.
I'm with the private sharks. They're gonna get my kidneys if I don't pay it off in a day.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody just wants to listen to the influencers and wait for clones to go lower, but I just think that's a bad way to go about it. I think you'll get wrecked that way. But
wait, I did call 2 ETH and it did hit 2.0. So, I guess I'm an influencer now, guys.
No, you would have been
take all my bad advice. Listen, man. Go buy some Cultivate helmets. That's actually good advice. Because they are doing a weekly drop of parts for it. But that was a shill.
What drawn me to Artifact is just the shoes, man. You guys the shoes just look fucking sick. Yeah, I mean, I'm loving sneakers, so like that just captivated me, and just the person that made Artifact was also I forgot his name. What was this? Murakami. Yeah.
He didn't make.
You want to be
He didn't make Artifact.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Never mind. I'm not buying Artifact.
He collabed with Artifact. Artifact was very lucky to have him. And he's going to collaborate, be a lead artist on Animus, which is the eggs that you're seeing. So yeah, he has a pair of Drips shoes and a DNA shoes, and he has the same thing in the clone collection. But there's 3 founders.
If you want to be an influencer, the influencer starter pack for Artifact is convince your followers that Nike doesn't care about Artifact and they have no reason to keep Artifact. They're actually trying to sideline them. Step B would be to convince your followers that clones are indeed going to 0 and they don't have any utility. And then you're on the track of becoming an influencer. Step 3 is to follow the rest of the timeline and just FUD Artifact because it's the cool thing to do.
Damn.
Don't
forget the app.
Anybody
forget the app.
This is the first time I found out that a project you're part of, you just start fighting it even though your bags are tied to it.
No, if you want to,
this is a new alpha.
It's the influencer starter pack, man. It's too easy.
Yo, actually, Jake, I have a application if you want me to send it to you.
Yeah, we have an application.
It's a new holder application. We just want to know, like, if you're going to hold it like an hour, 6 hours,
Wait,
12 hours, or 24. Just it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You add,
Pretty simple.
how do we add Jay up here?
Pretty personal.
Yeah, dude. I'm just trying to check how the vibes are. If the vibes are trash, I'm just gonna get out, you know. So far the bad takes spaces has been chill. So yeah, just their vibe, and
I
I
think the
love
first
bad
Oh,
takes.
I love
the,
it.
the first time the first time we let Jake up, he just opened up his mic and just started screaming into it or something.
Oh,
And we
you do
then
remember me.
yeah, and then it's like, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna forget. That's why you always sit in the request for so long because I don't know what you're gonna do. And then I remember like the second time he was a super normal dude, but like right before he left, he started screaming. So you just never know what
Nah,
Jake's
dude,
gonna do.
you scarred me the second time, and then after that, I just stopped hitting the request because he told me to talk about my PFP, and then he just ended the space. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait,
Oh
that
my
was
god,
you?
that was
Yes,
payback,
Dude,
bro,
that
for
was
the
that
first
was
time.
epic,
me, dude.
Rug. Thank you for being there for
Dude,
us.
that was insanity, dude. Well,
What-
I did
It
my
was like your
part.
second night
Should
here.
I should get an artifact for the humiliation I just went through.
Dude, we're even though because the first time you're just screaming in the mic, and then the second time I rugged you. But you gotta ask Von Soul, if that's just like the initiation. You know what I'm saying, Von Soul?
It's the initiation. It's true. If you don't partake through that initiation, you just can't hang.
Yo, Hax has been rugged on Bad Take, John Von
Well,
Soul, everybody, bro.
so I've
What
been
up?
baptized artifact now. So thank you.
No, bad take, not artifact. Bad take.
Bad take.
Yeah, he said, "Hey Jerry, what letter should we buy?"
Yo, Jake, come back here with a bad take tattoo and we'll accept you.
Is that you, Jake? Yo, what's up, Von Soul?
What's good, everybody? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty lit right now, so it's pretty dangerous. I came here because I thought I would see my deep brother, but I'll settle for Compound and Kuro for now because that's the mandems.
Buy another Azuki while you're lit.
What? Yo, Mr. J, what is good?
You know, I totally forgot what I was going to say. I just started watching the game again.
Did
I
you
think, oh, that was part of it. I think the reason why I didn't open it too is because, you know, I'm from the Bay, bro. I'm a Cali dude, and I will fucking love if either one obviously goes all the way. But my heart's with Golden State, and so when they
Golden
lost,
State, baby!
I was pretty sad. I was pretty salty.
Dude, talking about Golden State, are any of you guys from Top Shot? Like, got into NFTs from Top Shot here?
I have a few cards here and there.
Dude, season 1 Top Shots, man. Love it.
Yo, Jake, what's your PFP, by the way? Just curious.
I don't want to
Oh,
rug that. I'm not going to say anything.
oh shit.
Yo,
What's up, Hack?
Fuck you guys, dude. I don't want to get fucking rugged.
All right, I'm prepared to take heat from like the super DeFi people. I posted my plan
What's
on
up, boys?
Artifact.
What'd you post? Hold on, Hacks, one sec.
I
What'd
posted
you
my
post?
plan. So it needs to look like a licensing or franchise agreement. The only thing you guys might not like is if you have a CloneX and you opt in, this should help swoosh with volume. CloneX holders should be required to buy a certain amount of shoes per year, but get an advanced on resell. So they can hold them
yes,
or they can resell them. But
yes.
this would initiate the volume of dot swoosh to make other vendors happy. This would give you guys franchise rights on certain like rev share of those shoes in a way. And in general, you would have to KYC. Those are the only things that I think you would probably not like, but it's just a suggestion. And I think a lot of DeFi people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But if people think about it for a second, it makes sense. If you spend money on dot swoosh, you initiate marketplace volume. If you do that, then other people who want to list on dot swoosh are going to be like interested in, like, you need initial buyers to show that a marketplace is worthy of being generated.
So what you're saying is exactly what I thought they were doing with Season 1 Forge. Is that they were kind of like testing out their holders, figuring out who's picking up market share, and then maybe they'll go to them. But like every piece of what you're talking about is dead on to what I've seen as a business model going forward. I couldn't put it in the terms that you have and like how they're going to exactly do it, but it's like it makes sense, and it also helps with ordering and the supply side for their customers and their retailers. So it helps with the direct to consumer business model they're going to as well.
Well, if it costs them $100 to make a shoe, and you spend, let's say, $800 a year in shoes, right? And they may think that's high, but if it's like a club membership, a golf club is a lot more than this. Plus, you can buy the $800 worth of shoes, assuming there's a market, which there should be for shoes, because StockX exists. Let's say you can sell it or flip it for between $1,500 to $3,000. So that should hopefully pay for the licensing fee. If not, honestly, people spend way more than $800 a year on a lot of things. It's not the end of the world. And if you can't, then you could always give the franchise fee to someone else who maybe can afford it, and maybe you could, in escrow, you could basically loan your CloneX for that year to that vendor and maybe get royalties on the loan. That's also, and Blur maybe could facilitate that in some way, or Swoosh could do it themselves.
Yeah, and that's the escrow account I've been talking about, to be able to, so say someone doesn't have the capital to take advantage of their clone rights, you could, pay them a sublease basically. And
there's a lot of shoe stores that are like individual. If there's how many, I don't know how many individual.
There's like 18,000 stores
in the U.S. that are
no,
what, independent?
Global.
Okay, and how many CloneXs are there?
20.
Okay, so but there's a lot of how many independent resellers are there globally?
That what I just gave you does not count that.
Okay, so like it seems like at 20,000, there's still enough people who would want to be a reseller. No,
that's the numbers. I think so. I think that the numbers
so
line up well.
That seems like a possibility. I don't know. It's just an idea, and it's like 11 at night my time, but I think that could be a type of, because the problem is floor prices keep going down because, one, the company's not making money off of you, and two, like you're not getting aligned interest on whatever they're earning because it looks like a security. But if there's like a way to franchise sell to another customer for a wider marketplace, but you have to buy the amount of shoes per year to be enabled for that function, I would think that sort of method could work.
Jonah, have you got any AF1s from the Artifact supply? And if you have, which ones?
I have not, but if I did, I would probably get the Takashis, or I would get the Demons, because I think I like subtlety, so like the red and black is nice to me. I also saw this other one that looked like a not bulletproof vest, but some sort of like vest sort of material that was pretty cool. It was like gray, looked pretty good.
If you like the Demon ones, I definitely suggest looking into the Genesis ones. Personally, I find like the Genesis ones are a lot cleaner than the Demon ones. I thought that before even LeBron rocked them personally. I'm a big fan of the Genesis ones. But which Murakami ones, the flower ones or the DNA ones?
The flower ones, just because that's like his signature. Like the flower is just like his thing. So it feels like more, if I were to ever wear them, it feels more recognizable to what they are.
Yo, Jonah, I think your wording is off on your tweet.
Probably. It's late
folding them into the larger Swoosh brand. They're two completely different brands, and they have different kind of missions. I think what you mean is kind of maybe opening up some utility on the other side. But I don't. There's no reason to fold Artifact.
Well, but I'm not thinking like, oh, it's rebranded as CloneX. I mean, like there should be a special club only dashboard for vendors. Like it's like anyone who's a special reseller should have a special reseller account with a special reseller badge, so it shows that they're providing a lot of value in the ecosystem. And I think the CloneXs should just be called like the CloneX membership. And you're like, well, what is that? It's like, well, it's our special resellers, like, pass. That's what it is.
Yeah, and you got to own a CloneX it's like token gated to a CloneX,
and you have to pay the royalties on transfer. It's like non-negotiable.
I'm actually kind of interested after like hearing what Baron and Jonah was saying about, after the sneakers release and we kind of see like the hype on StockX and Gold and stuff. I'm interested to see kind of like store owners, for example, like Gigi. Like Gigi owns like a store in Toronto, but she's definitely into the artifact like brand. So I'm interested to see like store owners that aren't like StockX who are offering like artifact products to see how well it does within like the street market, because we always talk about StockX and how it will do in like the main market, but I'm personally interested to see how it does in like the underground market, to see if like the community generally vibes with the second market of these shoes.
I just think there's a lot of wealthy CloneX holders, and that's a lot of volume that you could initially run through a marketplace to show traction, or at least initial work, which would then create the positive word of mouth on Twitter, which doesn't really matter for them, but it does matter for like the people they initially want to attract. And then from there, like once you show those numbers to people on StockX, you can then go, hey, like we started this, and within 6 months, here's the amount of volume that's circulating, and then just show why it's better to be a reseller on Swoosh than on StockX.
Yeah, I like any idea that could provide clones with more utility than we already have. So I think it's a good idea. I do hope they do make some kind of token gated access that gives you kind of some, special privileges with, like you said, paying royalties, doing KYC. I think there's been a lot of speculation on that in the past, and we don't know how that route will go. But for now, owning a CloneX gets you access to all, like, the individual DNA versions of the Air Forces, the clothing, season 1 clothing, the hoodies, anything that drops, like all these Air Forces, right? You had to have a CloneX to access those, right? And now just the ones that LeBron's wearing are the Genesis ones. All you needed was any CloneX in the collection, and you could have accessed the Genesis Air Forces, and those are the ones that LeBron decided to wear, just the base level Genesis, so
2 pair.
That's some decent utility as it is, token gated access to some
2 pairs,
pretty
bro.
exclusive portions. Yeah, 2 pairs.
You know how many losses I'm taking on 1 pair? And
Bro,
when I get a win, I only get 1 pair, bro. This is 2 pair.
Each clone.
Jonah, like
Each
chill
clone.
it, bro. You know what? Clones are going to 0. Just fucking, Nike
was able to
Nike
access
doesn't
2.
care. They don't. They use swag.
They put the freaking
swag athletes.
They put on the inside.
What
bro.
do they call them? Lifetime athletes. They're like they're like been put out to pasture, neutered, all that. LeBron, Serena's. They get buildings, but they're not worth anything to them. They have no enterprise value. Clones to 0.
Who's the larger?
Bro, they're all retiring, bro.
LeBron or Cristiano Ronaldo? Who's bigger?
Cristiano Ronaldo, my friend.
Yeah, worldwide, I would say Cristiano Ronaldo.
Who's he signed to, though? Like, who's his deal with?
He's retired also. They're all retired.
I think
Bro, I could never
Ronaldo
roll the R like
just got
that.
signed to like a Middle Eastern team or something like that for like a multi-million-dollar contract.
He makes $200 million.
No,
for
I
2
think they
years.
kicked him out. I think it fell apart.
No, he's there. Fine.
Oh, I thought it fell apart.
I think you're talking about Man United deal. He moved out from there and he went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, see, this is why I can't follow soccer. But
it's football.
Is he Adidas?
Wait, so
is he Adidas or is he Nike?
Ronaldo's Nike.
Yeah, because then
yes, there you go.
Because it goes through the team, right? Or is it through the player?
No, he has his own image rights, I think, and then he's via Nike. He has a big deal with Nike.
I thought Adidas, because usually Adidas has all the best.
It was like
Adidas has Messi.
It was like soft pitch softball. I threw it up. Who's the biggest athlete? Cristiano Ronaldo. Who's he signed with? And everybody's like, Manchester United? I was like, come on. No, know, bro. He's a Nike
Wasn't
athlete
he in
too.
the
Like, he's
artifact in the
thinking.
Nike swoosh
Yes.
artifact football verse
Yeah.
campaign?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
bro.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
I
Yes.
mean, LeBron's a big deal, dude. There's just like they have the resources to put like anything and start getting brand
What
awareness
is
across a lot of different
what did we
athletes, dude.
what
Dude, who is MJ, bro? Like,
who LeBron? No, I'm saying what does Nike do with any major campaign? They usher out an
They side
athlete.
they sideline their companies and send them to zero.
Oh,
That's what they
oh,
Only
yeah they
Converse
send right,
I-
bro. I still have
and Hurley.
Converse.
and
Hurley's
Cole Haan.
Cole Haan. Yeah.
Is
Like
Cole Haan
Cole
a Nike
Haan,
company?
yeah.
No.
I
No, they
I was gonna
sold him.
say, well, I actually like Cole Haan shoes, like for work. They're very comfortable.
Yeah, they if
Yeah,
you can
they're
find
super
the
comfortable.
versions of Cole Haan that have the Nike soles, it's like change your life.
Dude, there's one I bought
Amazing.
one that they were like $70, or no, they were $90, and they were waterproof. They had like this weird like blubber sort of material. I don't know how to explain it, but it looked super nice and was super comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, those are so comfortable. So comfortable.
So when did they sell that off? Like 2 years ago?
I have to look at it. It was before the pandemic.
Yeah.
They kind of just like, I don't know what they were doing. They kind of flirted with him and then got rid of him. Did they do the same thing with Hurley too? Have they exited Hurley?
I don't know, but like their board shorts overpriced.
Did they?
They've
If
always
you
been
guys,
Who was the
overpriced.
major athlete for Cole Haan? Oh,
Bill Gates.
You, bro. You.
yeah, me.
They should do
Bear.
that. They should do that. Have entrepreneurs.
Aaron.
They should have a Cole Haan commercial, which is like, it's like a businessman like running through the office, like, now endorsing the next great athlete, and it has like a briefcase silhouette, something hilarious like that.
It's like papers flying everywhere as he blasts through the office.
And they should do an event called the 401k. So like it's the best business athletes in the world competing for a 401-mile race. The winner gets to retire early.
yo, Jonah, do you have a CloneX?
No, unfortunately, for now.
So what is it going to take for you to purchase a CloneX and switch it to your PFP?
He's gonna have to
They'd
stop
have
listening
to.
to Red
Well,
Riders. That's what he's
Yeah,
gonna have
he'd
to
have to
do.
get serious sponsorship
yeah,
dollars. Jonah's not allowed to change his PFP because I own
yeah.
items in
They'd
his
have to
project.
acquire me for a fair amount of money. Well, not fair amount, actually, very reasonable amount of money, because I'd like to work at Nike. But they'd either have to acquire me or pay me a lot per year, because hopefully one day I would be taking this PFP I have and making it good for 3D. And this is not a CloneX. This is a Jonah Blake original.
It almost,
Okay, fair enough. But okay, aside from rocking the CloneX PFP, what is it going to take for you to purchase a CloneX?
dude. I told you he has to stop listening to Thread Riders, and he would be in the perfect
Thread
position to get
Raiders are
one.
part of it. I think I'd have to have a really, like, I'm not poor by any means, but I'm also a very frugal person. And I think if one of my current investments had a good exit, which I think there's one that could happen relatively soon, I would, a lot of people buy a new watch when they get like a good deal completed, or they buy a nice pen. I would buy something like a CloneX. Like everyone has something they would buy as a representative of, like, for me, I believe that like you can buy yourself good shit when you do good work. Even if you have a lot of money, training yourself that way makes you not spend as much.
I respect that, and
Bro,
I
that's why I
asked
don't have Murakami drips, because I haven't earned them yet. The day, I'm not even gonna say
But
it
like
but
I'll
the
always
day,
be friends with like the CloneX homies, like, and I'll probably buy shoes from the CloneX homies, even if I don't wear one or have one.
yeah, but that's like, so there's like quite a few people that I met on Instagram that actually have clones, and like they want to change their profile picture on Instagram, but it's like their personal brand is their face, right? And like these are people with like 5 and 7 million fucking followers, and like these two bozos message me every day on Instagram to talk about clones, and I do enjoy it though, because it's like I actually got them to buy beans today, so they're getting their 3D beans soon, and yeah, they're gonna have fun on Instagram because they got the AR filter shit going crazy on there. I think one of them is gonna start using their clone in some of their videos because she like um, it starts with the N or M, sorry. Yeah, it's just Maxim, whatever. She's a Maxim photographer slash model, and yeah, she's gonna start playing with it on her Instagram, and I think that's a cool use case. Like, you don't have to change your PFP because I don't think she'd be recognizable with the clone because she doesn't look like the clone, right? The clone is an anime JPEG.
Yo, Kuro, I just want to say one day I'm going to just show up in your house and I'm going to stay there for like 4 days and I'm going to just host spaces while at your house while getting to know you just because we're Canadian brothers and I feel like it's long overdue. But Jonah, I just asked because, you know, I see you on the timeline a lot and I'm not going to lie, I definitely see. I see you see the vision of Artifact. You know, like you're not a duck. You're actually, respectfully, you're you're very smart, but I only ask because, you know, I always just try to see how far someone's support is. But just a random question: what do you think about the project Ether Bye Bye?
I think the art looks cool. I really don't know anything beyond that. I mean,
Bro, bro. So they have like a 6 month. Yo, I wish they picked me for the fucking for the whitelist because I would have kept that shit forever. So the 6 months wouldn't have mattered.
the art's
I would have been
badass. I mean, it's
laughing.
very cool art.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab 3 when they come on the open market, just because, bro. This V person, they're gonna do some crazy shit with gaming too. That's the
Yo,
crazy
Kuro,
part.
just to let you know, right now he's hosting like a video game in his Discord. It's kind of like a Pokemon game, and everybody is kind of like allowed to play it. And if you beat the game, you get whitelist. But I only ask because I like Bai. You know, I would like to say we're friends, and I support him a lot. But I'm always just curious because like he is like one of the sole creators of Artifact. Like if you don't know, like he alongside the founders, like he is part of the vision of Artifact, and he created the first AF1s, and he has a lot of history. I'm always just kind of like surprised not to see a bunch
Well,
of the Artifact
there would be
family
one
like
other way.
behind
The
this.
only other way CloneX would fucking skyrocket. I don't think they would. They could do it, or at least I don't know the legalities around it. So Nike has worked. They should just hire me, damn. But anyway, I'll give it out for free. I'll give out the free game. Why not? Um, what they should do, I don't think they're gonna do this though, because I just think it's too hard to do. It's harder to do than what I suggested. But the CS:GO skins market is going fucking nuts right now. Like it's going ballistic because now they have CS:GO 2 coming out. So people are like, "Oh, these things have value. They're going to stay around for a while." And what they should do is Nike is known for doing gaming activations. They have an activation in Rocket League. They have one in, I think there's one coming in Fortnite. They had one in Roblox. So they're in games. Like Roblox is in games. And they mentioned that CloneX is big on gaming in terms of eventually having these in games or in some sort of context being gaming related. I think they should do the first ever CloneX X dot swoosh CSGO skins if CSGO somehow allows it. I don't think they will. But if they did, it would be a CSGO skin that you could pay for in USD because some people are still crazy about it, but you could only get it on the dot swoosh market and maybe give it to like CloneX resellers first, like at least ones that are verified to be in the gaming space, because your founders of Artifact are former CS:GO skin experts. Like they sold them, they made art for CS:GO skins. So if there was a way for them to come back with a Nike checkbook to bring Nike into CS:GO, but have the Clone X's get the first dibs and have it sell part of it on dot swoosh, that'd be huge. But I don't think it's going to happen because it's a little too out there. But I could see that happening in like 2-3 years.
So I pinned up a little post by Artifact, kind of highlighting Chris Lee Clegg. Yeah, you're right, Jonah. He used to do CS:GO skins, but I think that's a dope idea too. You're always thinking outside the box, man. But there is a little post at the top of one he did. So these things are popping off right now, huh? And yours are they even on the blockchain, or is it literally just a
They're
tape?
on
Like
they're
it's
on
just
their
an
own
in-game asset?
network, which is the Steam Marketplace, but they can be resold secondhand on other exchanges. So what happens is people actually typically buy them in Litecoin because some of the buyers are from the Middle East and China, and then they'll transfer it into their native currency. But there are secondary vendors, some of them greenlit, some of them black market. But yeah, the CS:GO marketplace is fucking huge, and like the game has 1 million players a day. I mean, the game's not dead.
Ribbit.
Yeah,
Can you just
Jonah, that's
oh,
honestly like a genius idea, but I doubt like Nike and CS:GO would ever kind of like come together to do
I
that.
think that you would be surprised what people are willing to do for a lot of money. Because the saying goes, everyone has a price. I just think that Steam's price is currently too high, so they'll stay away from it for now. But CS:GO sees what Valorant is doing, and when there's a competitor in the market, people are willing to test new things. And the only reason CS:GO 2 is out is because someone made a competing product to CS:GO that actually made them question whether it was worth playing, which was Valorant. So when
Well,
competitors come out, people are willing to do new things.
is CS:GO it's on PlayStation, right?
No, it's on PC. It's a PC only game.
Uh, Lord Gaben does not endorse NFTs.
Huh? Oh
Does
yeah,
he
well I know
not?
he doesn't, but he endorses checks from things like Nike. So
digital collectibles?
yeah,
He
he
likes
likes
digital
digital.
collectibles,
If
probably.
it's on the Steam marketplace but has Nike related branding, they don't give a shit. Well, I mean they give a shit because they haven't done it yet, but he'd be more open to that.
Ribbit.
Yeah. I am interested in
Yeah,
Bitcoin gaming, by the way. I've been doing a lot of deep dives. I think there's an opportunity on Bitcoin. I just haven't pinpointed exactly what it is.
Are we talking about Orty
Teddy,
games
talk
now?
about Orty
Right.
games.
Are we
Yep.
going to talk about Orty
I
games
know
now?
about
wait a
it.
second.
Is the
Wait a
Ordinals
second. Wait a
chat? Can
second.
we
Wait
do
a
this?
second.
Ribbit,
There's
Now we
ribbit.
two
go all in the
there's two frogs right
BRC20s.
here. Jake,
Ribbit.
Jake.
We're a
You
team.
said Jake,
Ribbit.
you said you wouldn't talk about your PFP, but your brother is literally right beside you right now with the same PFP. So I feel like you
This
have
is
to
my
talk about your
cousin, and
PFP
we're
now.
we're we're part of
Ribbit,
Ribbit. We're from the same swamp.
We're from the same.
ribbit.
No,
I'm
I've
here to
heard of a
talk about
swamp before,
Ordinals.
but I've never
Um,
seen you swamp motherfuckers before.
oh, hold on. I've been all around here. I shit up Trevor's show all the time when he talks about Ordinals. I'm the Soapy Booba guy. I minted the first not safe for work NFT on Loopring's ecosystem, moved it to Ethereum, and now it's on Bitcoin. Soapy Booba. Oh, here, I'll do the ad space. Here's a commercial break from your sponsor. Soapy Booba, number one NFT of Bitcoin, inscription number 162994. Bid today.
And I'm the
Oh,
developer of Soapy Schlong, number 196212345. Ribbit.
all right. Hey, mine's actually an authentic NFT though. Of my wife's beautiful tits. I've made immutable on the blockchain. It's now immortal on Bitcoin for all future nodes to sync. But I'm here to talk about ordinals and BRC20s. And if you have a BRC20, are you ready to migrate to a ORC20 and
All
maybe?
right, all right, all right. That's enough
I
out of
want
you
to
and your
talk about
motherfucking
stamps.
show.
I thought we were gonna get the Budweiser revival
No,
over here, bro. What the heck?
I was just in the NFT now space with
Guys, Tendy is actually dropping alpha.
No, I was just dropping some. I'm not like here to shill. I actually just fuck around with the booba thing, but it's a real thing. The links in my bio and all that. It's on OpenSea, but like I'm not really selling it. It's for my wife's tits for everyone to enjoy.
nah, it's cool. I'm just fucking with you guys.
All right,
You guys are
but
cool. I fuck
you
with
guys
you
want to talk
guys.
about ordinals and Bitcoin now?
Can you
Bitcoin
tell us?
gaming.
Can you tell us about ORC?
All right.
Oh no. Goodbye, everybody.
Uh, no,
Don't do it. He's
no,
gonna
no,
fucking rug the show.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. All right. So Jonah wanted to talk about ordinals gaming or Bitcoin gaming. I just want to mention that realistically, it cannot scale in its current iteration. Yes, we got cool pixel games, like old school little retro bullshit. Like I was playing Doom in an ordinal the other day. That was kind of cool. But until we have like
some kind of indexer to track like a leaderboard or like a score system. There's really no way to reward or incentivize it other than saying like, cool, I own an overpriced, you know, HTML based pointer in a block that points to a game. Like that's cool and all, but you know, Bitcoin gaming, it at least in my humble opinion, would not, it wouldn't scale to like the likes of MMOs or FPSs like we have today. Ideally, it would be a you know, a niche cryptographic type of, you know, scheme that involves certain types of interactions or transactions. So like if anyone is, everybody's seen it in the crypto space, Hal Finney's original email in like 93 or something about crypto trading cards. Like they weren't actually about NFTs. It was about like, you know, cryptographic messages traded, you know, amongst, you know, other cryptographers and, you know, saved up in a form of like a niche trading cards type system. I'm not saying like we need new NFTs on Bitcoin, but a game in that type of sense, whether it be like a treasure hunt or something like that would be plausible. But like Web3 gaming on Bitcoin, never going to happen without a layer two, and then it's not really on Bitcoin. I think that's where Ethereum is going to really shine in the long term. You know, we have a lot more scaling solutions there. But back to ordinals and ORC20s, I'm not going to FUD or shill anything. I want everyone to be very tinfoil and speculative with this because we've seen like this BRC20, ORC20 shit like blow up over the past month. And like, you know, in all reality, BRC20s are like, it's just a JSON inscription of text that is, you know, we have indexers that can track like people's total amounts they hold and what transactions transpired. But in all reality, it's like, you know, you're buying a shitcoin to dump on the next investor at a higher price, right? That like there's literally no use or utility. It's just who got there first, and whoever gets there first gets to mint it for like way cheaper and larger amounts, and then just sell it off on unsuspecting investors. Like that's literally all BRC20s are. But we've got this ORC20 thing coming out, and this is tinfoil. Everyone, get your aluminum foil out, wrap it around your fucking head, and get ready for this one, okay? Because this is like some real theory craft, and I want you to take this all with a grain of salt. Okay, the past couple weeks we've had exchanges like T's. Oh, we like ordinals. CZ's like, oh, me like ordinal, very nice. Like, all right, cool. You get your ordinals. They want to tap into our liquidity because, like, realistically, we're in a bear market. You know, all the money got drained out of the market. We got Bitcoin dominance is reigning pretty good right now. They see that a lot of the money in the markets are flooding back into this weird, like, meta Bitcoin ecosystem. Cool. So exchanges are losing out on money because all this like Bitcoin is funneling back to these miners and not on exchanges for fees or liquidity. So how else are they going to tap into this? And BRC20 current iteration is not really easy to implement in a centralized exchange environment. For them to do this, they would have to build their own tools or their own native system to like, and work with Domo, the guy behind BRC20, to actually like make it plausible. But even in its current iteration, it has to be done almost all on chain through PSBTs, which are partially signed Bitcoin transactions, which is like a peer-to-peer trustless trade. And when you're
Yo,
interacting with
Tendy.
centralized exchange, hold on one
Tendy.
second. Wait, train of thought real quick. Hold on. When you're interacting with a centralized exchange, it's like you need a trustful entity, like you're dealing with a middleman. So like at that point, you're no longer reliant on the throughput or the mempool or the amount of max transactions that go through a block because it can all be facilitated through the centralized entity and then done afterwards in another like cleaner, less clogged up way, which essentially remember you're wearing a tinfoil hat right now. Okay. Nobody really knows who's behind ORC20 or OSC20 DAO, but I think there's a possibility that Sir Excellency and Huobi and their little teasing of, hey, we want BRC20 liquidity may or may not be behind this new scheme to access our liquidity in a fashion of offering a tool to migrate our liquidity to a little more seamless method to access it via an exchange. This is all tinfoil theory craft, but I was also the guy that, because Post Capone told me I was a fucking retard for asking, that said BRC20s were retarded for several months, and I still minted Ordi, and I still have a lot of BRC20s for no fucking reason, but people are making money on this, so I'm not going to be a retard and fade the next one, even though I was a retard for fading the first one. So I'm saying keep your mind open, because all the dumb shit we thought we were building because it was just dumb shit is turning out to be like dumb shit people like. So if they like the dumb shit, like, I'm going to participate in the dumb shit. And in regards to how do we like make CloneX like more valuable, teleburn them all to Bitcoin. If you have a CloneX, just teleburn it to Bitcoin, make it a fucking Ordinals, project. And if anyone keeps up with Ordinals, super testnet, like fucked with the inscription numbers earlier, blah blah blah, by sending some fucking zero sat transaction to a miner, blah blah blah. Well, new meta, my guys, and this is after BRC20. This is like top tier alpha. Teleburned
Baron.
inscription numbers. Teleburned inscriptions numbers. Like, all right, if big if, hypothetical if, but big if. All right, you guys are all like on these like alt side chains, Solana and ETH and like Vitalik big cock chain, right? Okay, you know, if you want to survive there, that's cool, but like your floor prices are going down, and if you really want to access like this new like cycle of liquidity back into Bitcoin, you just teleburn your entire fucking collection onto Bitcoin, and then you sell it there. But that's just my 2 cents. Also, then you get the whole teleburn inscription number meta, and like, you never know, man. What if you get like teleburn inscription 69,420? It's like your dope ass CloneX. So you could be like max floor, like 50 Bitcoin, call it a day. It's all speculative, but thank you guys for having me up here to rant. It's late as fuck. I'm a little bit, yeah, having a good time. Thank you.
Last night we had someone up here asking about bars, and we weren't allowed to. I wasn't able to talk on it because I didn't know really what was going on. So I appreciate you kind of explaining it and kind of diving into it. So he's right. And you do need to keep your mind open for like to what's going on out here, right? Because there were a lot of people who, look at Pepe now. You have your grandma and your mom's asking how to buy it, right? And everybody's trying to figure out how to buy it. But it's like a week ago, everybody was pissed off that it was on the timeline. Had you had an open mind about anything that's going on in space, you might like be able to do it. We do have a lot of metas that go through this space though. Like a lot of shit just comes and goes, but it's important to keep an open mind regardless, honestly.
Yeah, and speaking of open-mindedness, and really thank you for letting me like really speak up on this. Like, Kuro, thank you for bringing me up, both of you guys. Like, I appreciate the follows and all that. Like, I've been keeping up with Kuro in spaces. Like, thank you for always giving me speaker, man. I appreciate that shit. But in regards to like, new metas and things like that, one, stamps are gay. I mean, gay people are cool and all, but stamps are gay. Fuck counterparty. No one really likes that shit anyway. It's like old dinosaur protocol. Second, we were talking about ORC20s and shit. Oh, shit coins. So Pepe's great. I like Pepe. All right, I'm not gonna sit up here and shill Pepe, but a little bit of alpha, Mong. All right, like I'm not like Mr. Shitcoin chiller, but like, dude, on some low key shit, they're trying to push this like China, meme coin narrative, like China missed out on Pepe, right? And all of a sudden we're getting this like potential Binance listing, which is what is speculated right now with Pepe's price action. There's a lot of open interest on Bybit contracts, and Binance kind of missing out on all that liquidity. But China didn't get to claim a meme coin to fame during this cycle. Like last cycle, I'm pretty sure it was like Bonfire on Binance was like one of their big ones. And of course they helped facilitate the Safe Moon. But
Bonfire, holy shit. And
oh dude, I've been around for quite a few of these cycles. I participate in every one. I thoroughly fucking enjoy it. Okay.
I remember Bonfire, bro. What a
I loved Bonfire. I got in first day on Bonfire. I was very happy with Bonfire, sir. Okay. I also participated in like the Saturna moon. That's a whole nother story on its own. These motherfuckers made a white paper with like Saturn. It has like 12 moons or some shit. And at every holder milestone, we would travel to the next moon. And bro, I'm at 500 holders. I'm making it to like 6 different moons, and I'm exiting. And dude, my exit created like the nastiest fucking red wick I've ever seen on a DEX. And I was like, I did not mean to fucking do that. And like, this is when I was just getting into shitcoins. But anyway, I'm seeing some like, interesting influencers with I want to say influencers, but like, CT accounts that are like, I'm not sure they would risk, their, I don't know, status or clout on shilling this one specific coin. Like, because we've seen like a lot of big names like be like, oh, Pepe's fucking great, and then we saw this, what was that turbo shit earlier, and everyone was like crying about it, and then WSB that rugged and all that. But like, um, I'd never fade the Chinese. That's always been my rule. Is like, if the Chinese might take over like the narrative on it, like, don't fade those motherfuckers. They go hard, like really fucking
China
hard.
#1.
So like, um, I'm not here to shill, but just like do your own research. Look up the Mong coin and like just look into the Twitter activity. These motherfuckers got like ferret NFTs and shit. Like, I don't really know shit about this, but like, I'm looking at what the next Pepe might be, because every cycle we get like, the rule of thumbs. I usually step out after like 5 coins. Like, I stop after a few because it's like, it starts to get bad. And
Yeah.
like this morning, the top for me was like, all right, Pepe is gonna go a little bit further, but we're getting Miss Pepe popped up, and I was like, oh, we're getting there, guys. Like, we're getting kind of close to where like this is gonna start to taper off soon. Um, but China needs their claim to fame, so like I dropped that little bit of alpha there. But otherwise, like, I like Bob, I like Pepe. I participated in both, but now I've just got like my moon bag just sitting there after taking profits. So I mean, I'm not here to shill anything. I really love shitcoin season, dude. It's so interesting because we saw like ETH shitcoins popped off, and then all of a sudden we go from 1 million inscriptions to like 4 point some million inscriptions on ordinals because they're all shitcoins.
Dude, check this out.
Ridiculous.
Your algorithm must be fucking listening, because I go to check my feed and I see this one guy who put Mong, Pepe, and like whatever that other one you said right on my algorithm. So it's listening to you talk. We're gonna go to Von Soul, my algorithm. Pump my algorithm, guys. Let me know what I need to be seeing.
Pump it up. I'm not gonna lie, Tendy, at first when you came in here, I thought you were a little sus, but I kind of like you now. You and your fucking frog brother, you guys are a vibe.
Ribbit.
Yeah, you guys.
Ribbit.
Okay, whoa. Relax on the ribbit. But you guys are a vibe. But my question for you
Ribbit.
guys, what the fuck, man? This isn't a fucking ribbit session. Relax.
Hey, I was in a space with Tendy just before this, and he was dropping some alpha in there and some funny shit. So that's why I knew to let him up, because I knew he was gonna drop some good bars.
Ribbit. Nah, I like them. I
Got
like them.
Baron. Yo, Baron has a tinfoil hat on, Tendy. Do you look at him?
I dig it. I dig it.
Ribbit.
He called it. Love to hear
But
it.
but yeah,
Let the man finish speaking, man.
thank you, Tendy, thank you. But
No,
I
no
just
problem, Ribbit.
wanted to ask you guys, like, first of all, since you're literally like the shitcoin lord over here, like you literally dive into that like it's the fucking wave pool on a fucking Friday. But after all this alpha you've literally just spilled, like after Pepe and like Turbo, what is the next shitcoin we should all be non-financially advising investing in?
I am not a financial advisor. I am a frog, sir. Okay, I'll just be very clear about that.
But if you kiss a frog, it turns into a prince. So like like no homo, but
You have to say ribbit for him to answer you.
All right, well,
ribbit.
yeah, I need a ribbit. All right, cool. So like I didn't participate in Turbo. I completely faded it because I knew it was a rug ahead of time. But if you guys want a little bit of like not financial advice when diving into shitcoins, shitcoin season comes around once every, like, I don't know, it's been like a year and a half since we had our last like good one.
2021, man, the early.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was there and I had a great time. It's one of the reasons why I was able to build my bag up and survive this long. Okay.
Damn, bro.
It's just, it's a matter of like, all right, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. But if you're gonna go to the Quick Stop or 7-Eleven or Wawa, whatever the fuck you're gonna go to and spend money on fucking snacks or whatever, like, what's the harm in taking that money and just spreading it out a bunch of fucking random bullshit you see trending, and if one takes off, you just 5-10x your shit. And you take
So what chips am I buying at the 7-Eleven, fucking Tendy?
All right.
I already told you, bro. He dropped the alpha. If you didn't hear
I
it,
already dropped it. Like I try to be a little bit subtle with it. It was
they
very
are.
simple. Like there's only I literally have I'm holding all three like little moon bags in each, but one I'm have a hearty bag in, and I tried to push the narrative here. I'm not gonna fucking reiterate my shill because I'm not one of those guys that comes in and like shills for like 25 minutes. My project's so great, and we have community and utility, and I can't wait to launch it. And it's no, that shit's so lame. Like every time I go into the space, people are like, "Here comes the next project. Tell us how much yield we're gonna get for fucking staking your NFTs." Like, come on, man. Come up with something new. Like I want to see somebody come up with some like you want to talk about Web3 gaming. I want to see someone come out with some bullshit like Flappy Bird clone, but make me pay like 0.00001 Bitcoin for like 5 lives, and I'll play the shit out of it. I will pump your fucking backs. Do something cool like that.
You're
Like
crazy, Tendy. You're
I'm not.
crazy.
I'm being realistic. Like, where's the real innovation? Everyone's like, "Yo, we got all this new utility. Check out my 3D
So,
fucking
so what's
profile picture."
stopping you from buying a
What kind?
CloneX?
I don't see any teleburned on Bitcoin. You show me one teleburned on Bitcoin, I will sweep your CloneX floor and burn all of them.
So are you the type of guy that buys your shoes at Costco or something like that?
What the fuck, nigga? I sell my girl's titties as digital collectibles. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what?
I
Oh,
sell my
it's a.
wife's assets as digital assets. Like,
Oh,
man, come on. We sell titty pics on Bitcoin, bro.
he
Like
talked
this.
about that in the beginning. We can Vaughn. The questions you're asking him is having him repeat everything we already heard.
Yeah. All right. So you want alpha?
That's
Mom,
crazy. I'm not.
Mong, Bitcoin, BRC 20, ORC 20, Soapy Booba. Like
No,
there.
no, no, no.
There's your
I don't. I
alpha.
don't. I don't want this alpha again. You know what? I got the point with what you just said. Compound, take it away and take us far, far, far
All
away
right,
from
here's a
here.
commercial break from our sponsors. Soapy Booba, number one NFT of Bitcoin. Inscription number 162994. Be today. Oh, thank you for the commercial break, guys. I'm gonna bring it back to Compound. Thank you for hosting us.
Soapy schlong.
Yo, bro. What's up, arch nemesis?
Not much, man. I just got back from Costco. I got some new shirts and some new boxers, dude. I'm fresh.
Oh, bro. I'll be honest, guys. I learned a lot tonight. Von Soul didn't hear anything you were saying, Tendy. He just kept asking you to repeat it. But I'll catch him up later. Thanks for educating people on some shit we've never fucking heard about in our life. But like I said before, it's good to have new people up and new people in the space that are kind of diving into other things, because then you can fucking open your mind to some shit outside of what we're traditionally doing, right? The shit coins, the meme coins. That's all part of the culture out here.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that.
I like CS:GO too. I'm just gonna reiterate that. I love CS. Like I'm a big Gabe Newell fan. He was a big impact on my youth. I spent many nights playing Half-Life and Team Fortress and Counter-Strike 1.6. And I faded Steam at first, so I only have a 5-digit Steam ID.
What
But
great
thank
artifact.
you, Gabe Newell. You know, that's an untapped market. That is an absolutely untapped
Look,
market. If you guys put Steam IDs and NFTs somehow, I'll buy the shit out of them motherfucker.
yeah, look at the top, man. CS:GO up there for you. We actually knew you were coming in. We put that up there for you.
Dude, how did you know?
But anyways, dude, these shit coins are part of the culture. This shit is where Web3 and crypto kind of all stem from in general. Like that's part of what it is out here. So do your research. Don't listen to random frogs without doing your research. He's a smart guy, but he also wants you to do your own research.
Yeah,
What,
do your research. Read the fucking documentation. Don't be an idiot. Like,
up,
this is all PvP. Remember, this is a game of PvP. Someone has to lose.
all this
Don't be the
is
loser.
all it is a big fucking Ponzi scheme, and everybody's trying to get out before it comes on them.
Don't let Frog dump all the shit coins on your head. Ribbit.
ND,
Also, Ribbit, thank you for having me, bro. I know you're trying to do your closing argument. I gotta hop to another space. Thank you, homie, Ribbit.
wait,
Same, Ribbit. Peace.
hey, bro,
Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp, bro.
hey, Every time Jake comes up here, I hear about 40 ribbits.
Bro, why does it feel like I just got violated by a frog?
You know what's crazy is
Kind of did.
you're asking about that shit last night. What are ORC20s, right? And now anybody ask, I'm just gonna give them attendees. I'm gonna give them attendees at like go ask him. He's got the ORC20s, the 20s down.
I thought they were gonna bring back Bud Light, bro, from the grave. Like they were over here ribbiting. I was waiting for it, man.
That's the project's thing, man. Every time Jake comes in here, he ribbits. That's what they do. It's Bo, but like, listen, that is as wild as it sounds. But you got to okay. We'll get King Arf up here, right? These projects, they have this like built into their culture. Like that's how they have fun, dude. When the apes,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
the apes came around, they were going into clubhouses. Gigi can probably speak on it. I remember she put a post up, but they were buying apes and they were going into clubhouse spaces and just raiding them and doing ape noises.
I was there. Like that
Yeah.
shit was weird. I logged in. I opened up Clubhouse just like normal one day, and I went into a room because I saw a bunch of bunch of homies in there, and I go in there, and it's like just monkey noises, just insanity. Like I listened for like a couple minutes, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, and then I left, and
So you faded the boy yacht club. That's what happened.
hell yeah, I did. You bet I did.
So
I'm not mad.
That's fucking like it's cool. The seals do it. The ribbits from the frogs, the apes had their thing that they started with. It's just part of the project's culture, dude. Clones don't
Yeah, it's fine.
say, bro. We don't have noises we make. We don't have shit. We got
I know. I was just like, Frog, do something.
Cool
He just
shoes,
was
you
ribbiting. So
this is our sound. We have shoes. We join the Discord. We have shoes. Air Force One, Air Force One, Air Force.
Yo, the drip on these is sick.
Should we just raid? This is literally what me and Dre did earlier. We raided a fucking space. Well, they had him in as a guest, and I just went up on the stage and the whole time. Air Force Ones, Air Force Ones, Air Force Ones, Air Force Ones. That's our ribbit, bro.
Nah, I'm definitely rating those fucking frog motherfuckers after what they did today. Like, I'm gonna be in every one of those spaces fucking talking about frog chicken wings or some shit like that.
Have y'all eaten frog legs before?
Nah, fuck frog legs. Fuck
They're
frog
pretty good,
legs.
man. Not gonna lie.
Yo, you could tell Von Soul's drinking tonight because he's all fucking wild. And then everything the frog was saying, he didn't hear none of it, and he would ask the question again. And I'm like, no, bro, if you ask him, he's gonna repeat it, and the last thing I want to do is hear it twice. But he definitely answered everything that we needed answered.
I'm so sorry, Compound. Like, I literally fell for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm in a very vulnerable state right now.
you fell in love with the frog, bro.
Oh,
You did.
no, bro. You ask him a question, and then the frog like answered everything, and then Von Soul will ask him the same question. I'm like, no. He's like, so what's the alpha? No, bro. He'll start this thing over again. I can't hear it. I cannot hear it twice.
Kuro, next time this happens, I really need you to just step in and just take over, please.
Bro, I thought you were about to go full Toronto man on him. I was waiting for it.
Dude, I
If
was
he was here and you were both here at the same time, bro, I don't know what would happen.
See, that's what I was saying. I was like, I need Deep and Kuro here because if both of you guys were here, you guys would have understood. But yeah, man, I would have
probably stopped it because I was in a space with him beforehand, and like, you gotta be I gotta be respectful to people, dude. He was fine. He was actually educated in his little space. You know what I mean? He wasn't trolling at all. I didn't feel like he was trolling. So I wasn't tripping.
No, that's just how he is when he's drunk, which is hilarious.
Who, the frog?
Yeah. They've been since that last space, bro. Trust me. Do the sleep.
One time I was
oh man,
I was up late with Kuro, and we're like on a chop shop, which he doesn't do anymore. And somebody came in really drunk, and we had to actually like kick him out of the place. It was, I don't know who it was. You remember the Kuro?
Yeah, it's my buddy. I worked on him, or not worked on him, but worked with him on a couple projects.
You worked him?
Yeah, like in like IRL projects, and like he's a voice actor and shit, but this guy is fucking toxic as fuck. Like, oh man, Matt gave up my fucking Govy name, like, in a random space, because I like at one point for like a week I had my profile picture as like me as my person, and this guy fucking, I don't know how the fuck he followed me and he found me. He came up. He's like, Samuel Turner. Look at who the cat dragged in. Mr. I don't like crypto that has all the crypto. I'm like, motherfucker. Why is this guy here? Why? You see somebody in a desert and you think you're never going to fucking see them again, and you pray to God for the rest of your life that you never see them again? Yeah, exactly. He's that guy. I wish I never seen again, but he's all right now. He just has a little alcoholism problem, like anyone.
Yo, I'm gonna do something that they did in this last space because I thought it was kind of fun and funny at the same time. We're gonna go around the whole stage, and you guys are gonna say your closing pieces. All right, Arch, what's up, bro?
Oh, dude.
Did you learn?
Dude, I am so much more knowledgeable. But yeah, dude, hit up Costco for some shirts. They actually do have some good fucking shirts at Costco.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me up.
Jerry, my friend, what did you learn tonight? What'd you take away?
I I had to flush the toilet a couple times just to get rid of the frogs, dude. Oh man. Well, I was gonna give a shout out to Vincent because his clone is a 101, bro. It's got one Murakami eye. If you guys want to just take a look down there. I learned that Baron has the ultimate tinfoil hat, and he is the most prepared to endure a lecture on, from a frog. No, last thoughts, man. If you guys haven't heard it today, I just want you to know that you are loved, that you are valuable, that people care about you, that you're important in this world, and that you are here for a purpose. And so if you're having struggles tonight, or if you haven't heard it today, I just want you to know that you are loved. You are deeply, deeply loved. That's it. Good night, y'all.
Yo, I'm gonna go next because